Hi, I'm Michael Manzo, owner and founder of Manzo's Italian Deli, and
Stop, Dad. After 20 years, people are tired of hearing your voice.
Yeah, and your lame-ass commercials.
Fresh prosciutto, mozzarella, outstanding.
Oh, please.
There's only one reason Manzo's is voted #1 deli in Palm Beach County for 20 years. Our mother.
She makes sure you prepare everything from scratch using only the freshest ingredients.
Manzo's Italian Deli is located on Palm Beach Lakes Boulevard, right next to Rain Dancers.
Is that a strip club?
No, it's a steakhouse. Manzo's is open weekdays from 8 to 5 and offers free delivery. So stop by or call 697-9411. That's 697-9411.
we also specialize in hot and cold catering for corporate functions and special events.
Just ask anyone who was at my last birthday party.
West Palm Beach is the place to be for spring training, and Cacti Park at the Palm Beaches has all the action around the Nationals and the Astros. Enjoy the biggest stars in Major League Baseball, grab a cold drink, and indulge in amazing ballpark eats. Cacti Park has plenty of fun promotions for you and the family, from their family 4-pack, fireworks shows, to the Bark at the Park night. Experience big league action up close and personal while creating lifelong memories. Tickets are on sale now over at cactipark.com. Don't wait. Secure your spot today and let's play ball.
As market dynamics change, the quality and service you receive from your accounting firm shouldn't. Partner-owned since 1923, Anshin Accountants and Advisors take the time to get to know you and your unique circumstances to help resolve complex issues and develop innovative tax and accounting solutions tailored to meet your goals. If you're a high net worth individual or business owner eager for a strategy to maximize tax savings, let Anshin deliver value where others can't. Visit anchin.com. Anshin Accountants and Advisors, recalculating what's possible.
It is Free Cone Day at DQ Grill and Chill, the best unofficial holiday of the year. Get a free small vanilla cone featuring DQ's world-famous soft serve. Limit 1 cone per person. It's going on all day at DQ. And if you want another treat, try the Blizzard of the Month, Mint Oreo. It's packed with creamy mint and crunchy Oreo pieces. We're talking free cones for everyone today at DQ Grill and Chill, with 2 locations, 4828 Lake Worth Road and US 1 just south of North Lake.
Get ready to elevate your driving experience with the all-new 2025 Range Rover Velar P250 Dynamic SE, a stunning blend of luxury, performance, and technology that will make every drive unforgettable. Right now, you can lease the new Velar for just $759 per month for 36 months. Yes, only $759 a month for a luxury SUV that sets new standards on the road. Visit Land Rover Palm Beach today and take advantage of this incredible offer. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Anajar and Levine.
Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
ESPN 1063.
WUUB Jupiter, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Oh, man. Oh, did he make it? Oh, wait. C-Cat, we're doing a show today?
We're live right now.
We're live right now with the games. All right. Theoretically speaking, watch party. Tap in.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
The man, your man could smell it.
Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking.
But are you a different animal and the same beast?
Streaming live on YouTube.
You're gonna break up with me because of what I do on the radio?
Here's Theo Dorsey.
Good people. I was trying to figure out, because before the show, C-Cat is like, yeah, we can keep watching. We can keep watching the action here. We can keep watching the action, but go sit right where you usually sit for the show. I said, that's fine. It's weird that I would do so. We were having a good time just kicking it here in the offices at ESPN West Palm, but the cat man, C-Cat, said I had to pull up in front of the mic. Yeah. And then when you turn my mic on, I kind of got confused. What the hell is that about?
Yeah, we got to do our job.
C-Cat is on the other side of the glass on the ones and twos. It's your boy Theo Dorsey right back at it on a Thursday. It is a national holiday, and that is because, well, the tournaments have officially tipped off. It ain't the first 4. All right? This ain't the conference championships from last weekend. This is the real deal. You win, you get, I guess, through to the next round. You lose, it's over with, and I've already got not only my brackets are in shambles, as I'm sure many people are, because I picked some pretty idiotic picks, just going with the feel of things. But also, I made that silly decision, C-Cat, of saying, oh, you know what? This year I'm going to try something new. $5 on every single men's basketball tournament game. Felt good. Hopped in the Hard Rock Bet app, and I actually nailed my first one. And I'm on a 3-game skid.
Oh, no.
Yeah. 3-game skid.
Well, you've got plenty of game to go, right?
Yeah.
If we're to equate how long this tournament goes, and if you're betting on every single game, we're like maybe 3 or 4 possessions in.
Yeah, but you know how like when you first go to a gym, maybe playing pickup basketball, maybe this is back in your PE days and whatnot. You get the basketball in your hands, you spin the rock a little bit, take a couple dribbles, pull up for that first jumper. That first one you're not tripping that much on, right? That's the first shot of the day. If it rims out, I'm cool. You take that second one, you airmail it. Third one goes off the backboard, hits the front of the rim, pops out as well. You know it's going to be a bad day.
Yeah.
That's how I feel right now.
Also, take us to the golf course when you're warming up and you're topping everything and you're thinking, oh, no, I just don't have it today. It's going to be a long 18 holes of pain and suffering.
Yeah. Yeah, and actually that's what we saw at Lost Lake just earlier. Was that on purpose, C-Cat? Are you just trying to stomp on my grave because on the same day that I had a perpetual topping the ball round of 18, you for the very first time cracked 100 in a very, very massive way. Again, congratulations on doing so, but I have a feeling that you brought up the golf reference just so we can go back to that.
No.
Yeah.
I would never do that,
Of course you wouldn't, yeah. You're a good guy.
It did happen to me the last round I played before that, though. Like last Saturday when I played in the Jacksonville area, awful. Only played 9 holes. I think I shot like 62 in those 9 holes.
Man.
For a guy who shot a 49 on the front 9 and the back 9 a week later, it was a really bad round.
And you parred on 18 for it. All you needed was a bogey to break 100. You parred.
That felt really good, man.
That's a great way. And you almost birdie putted it. You almost birdie, you were right there.
I was right there. I had a putt for birdie. We could go over this every single show, and I'd be okay with it. I don't care about the audience. I'm sorry to our fans. I make a lot of sacrifices for you.
Come on.
You're going to hear this story almost every show now.
That is a long bite. That's from our new segment, C-Cat Bite. The problem is when you hit the button for the bite, sometimes it's 0.5 seconds. I never knew there was a 3-second bite, but that was supposed to be a punctuation. It was more like an ellipsis.
That was a chew. That was more than a bite. Yum.
Yeah.
That's a bite more.
Yeah. We got to talk to Dave. We got to get that hemmed up, man. He has 1,000 bites in there. We don't get to choose which one pops up, but you get what you push for. March Madness, I feel like it's like what Forrest Gump's mama used to say. It's like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. I was excited for my guy Rodney Terry coaching for his coaching life with UT last night. I'm thinking, Texas Longhorns, they got Trey Johnson, the freshman guard. Boy's been dropping 20 a game. Like, he going to have a long March Madness run. I have one bracket where the Longhorns, I had them going to the Sweet 16. Oh, how foolish am I? Because last night, it rocked me to a core. Not only did I have to watch a guy named Adebayo lead his team to victory against my pick. I'm like, I'm used to rooting for Adebayo. Mm-hmm. I'm used to big games with losses with the Miami Heat, which, by the way, he did the same thing last night against the Pistons. I also had to watch Texas have a 13-point lead in the second half. I was comfortable. I was feeling good about the pick I made out there from Roger Dean Chevrolet Stadium as we were kicking it at the Cardinals spring training game. I said, I'm not just taking Texas to cover as the dogs. I am taking Texas to win outright. I felt so good. And Xavier, the Musketeers, made me eat my words. So
that's a good basketball game last night, though. I know you lost your 5 on it.
Thanks.
Wager with Hard Rock Bet, but I was on the right side of it, so that felt good. It was good to watch. Wait,
what was your pick in that one?
I had Xavier.
You picked Xavier?
I was backing up the Musketeers because we were talking about Bob Huggins, said some bad things about him. I said, you know what? Let's go Musketeers. I know I just learned your mascot name today, but I'm a big Musketeers guy now.
And how about Mount St. Mary's? I mean, American had their big guy go out in like the early in the first half, and I was like, that's not good, but maybe they'll rally around it. And then he keeps coming back, hobbled. He gets out on the crutches. I realize he's done for the day, and I knew that pick was done. I remember I picked American as the favorite in that 16 seed here play-in game just because I like the university, and I experienced a huge win while at the university watching the 2013 Game 6 Miami Heat victory over the Spurs. Ray Allen from the corner. I thought that same magic was about to happen. That's what I hate about March Madness, though. Because it feels like every time there's like a team that I was banking on to win that's down big in the second half, and you start to think like, oh, could this be that moment? This might be the one shining moment thing. I can see the headlines already. American mounts a 26-3 run in the second half with 5 minutes to go, saving their season as their wily vet watched along the sideline with his crutches, unable to walk. But instead, Mount St. Mary's made it happen. And then the opposite happens in the second game where Texas has the lead. I'm feeling good. I'm kicked back. I poured up a little cocktail. I'm ready to rock. And then here we go. So
now, yesterday was our first day with our very special billboard live on I-95. So naturally, we probably had a lot of brand new, to theoretically speaking, listeners. And they said, all right, Theo, I just met you via the radio, and I like this guy. I like the cut of your jib. I'm going to tell your picks. You lost that new fan so much money yesterday.
Well, hopefully you just did 5 like me. I mean, the segment is I got 5 on it, so I'm not over here trying to, wager the house on any of these decisions.
Units are different person to person because like $5 to you for somebody else might be $5,000.
I know.
Especially in this area.
I know, and that is I didn't think about it that way. How do you decide your unit, by the way? Is there an actual calculation for what your unit should be, or is it just what you're comfortable with losing?
Well, there is a way to do this.
There's an actual calculation based on income, based on discriminatory. What word am I looking for?
I don't know.
Discretionary income.
So you pretty much have a bankroll that is 100%.
Right.
And one unit should be 1% of that bankroll. And the bankroll is the amount of money that you are comfortably willing to lose 1 year of betting on sports. So to responsibly bet, you usually bet in 1 to 2, max 3 unit bets.
Okay.
So,
I see what you're saying there. So this is
some
a number.
people it's $100,000 where a 1 unit bet is $1,000 because they do it for a living or they're extremely rich. Because you want to have some action where you're really rooting for it. If you bet 1 penny on the game, it's not like it enhances your viewing experience as much as you have $5, $10.
Right. And then you also just have the rooting interest. And in the interest of our public, our audience, our fans here, I do want to keep it G with you as I am 1-3 so far in picking my games in our newly minted segment. I got 5 on it. Where's my button? Where's my I got 5 on it? Yeah, I just like the 5s there. You get that instrumental going, I start feeling confident about my picks again. I might just pick a couple more right now.
It kind of sounds mischievous.
It does.
You got something up my sleeve.
That's because of that movie.
That's probably true. It's where I know the song from, which is embarrassing. Us.
Wow. I actually cut it.
Yeah.
Sick of you, man.
They started the trend of using like old music and slowing it down, the instrumental, as a sinister way.
Yeah. Who started that trend?
Jordan Peele, I think.
Well, yeah, but technically that's the actual beat. That's the I got 5 on the beat. Yeah.
That's not changed whatsoever?
No.
In the trailer? They might have changed what it sounds like.
Now, you're right, because there was a crescendo. There was a slow kind of build up in the beginning, and it was supposed to be eerie. You're right. So maybe in that trailer it was, but no, that was the actual speed. What we have here on our segment, that's it.
Okay,
this is how it came.
The sound song's like, what are some words?
It's I got 5 on it. Man,
what's he referring to?
I can't really. Well, I don't want. Yeah, well,
bad?
That's what you know. What I don't want to.
It's not $5 on Hard Rock Bet.
It wouldn't be $5 on Hard Rock Bet. It would more so be $5 on a little something that maybe makes you feel better.
Okay.
When you lose your $5 on Hard Rock Bet.
That makes
How about
sense.
That? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's a little something that used to be in most places illegal, but now it's starting to kind of.
So not a foot-long sandwich?
Not a foot-long sandwich. The games we got going on right now, as we do our Theoretically Speaking watch party here on a Thursday, Creighton, Louisville. Creighton, Louisville, the 9 seed Creighton taking on Louisville in Lexington, Kentucky. This one is another one where I got caught up in the headlines. I'm a damn fool, C-Cat. You know what? People should start fading my I got 5 on the picks.
Uh-oh.
Maybe that's the way to go.
Very profitable.
Or if I'm sitting at 1-3, is that just the law of averages where I'm going to actually shift back into the right side of this thing?
Well, if you're really punching the numbers, you should be on the right side of things. If maybe you're punching the wrong numbers and people should fade you, I don't know. Maybe it's too early. Not enough data points yet.
So we got 2 games that are actually deep in the action, right? 2 games in the second half. Creighton is up by 14, 77-63. And as I believe it, do we have a scoreboard live on our?
No,
we don't have that.
No.
We don't have that. Did we get ruled? We got overruled on having our live scoreboard on our YouTube chat?
We don't want to get copyright striked. We don't want to get hurt.
So I have Louisville -3.5, and they are losing by 14. If you don't know what -3.5 means, they're supposed to be winning. They need to win by 4 or more, and they're losing by 14, and it's 3 minutes left in the second half. So it's safe to say I'm going to lose that one as well, C-Cat?
Yeah,
1-3?
probably. That game was a bit of a dud in terms of the madness you expect in March, but there is an upset alert.
There is an upset alert because High Point University, the 13 seed, is taking on a team that is known for handling its business in the first round. I mean, this team never loses as the top seed, 4-seeded Purdue. Now, Purdue's leading. They're up 10 minutes left in the second half. So they still have control of this thing, but are you saying what I'm thinking you're saying?
Well, Purdue just went on a run. Like, this was a 2-possession game maybe 30 seconds ago, and now the Boilermakers are kind of putting their foot down and trying to advance. They're trying to advance now. That's what they decided. Like, they're kind of taking it easy, but then they realized that their fate of the rest of the tournament was in danger. That's when they started to try, apparently.
That's how you got to lock in. I will say I do have High Point. I think 8.5. I have High Point 8.5. So the 10-point spread right now, I'm not feeling that bad. Maybe they'll catch up. I don't need them to win. Just need them to catch up. So all is not lost. I'm 2-5. The reason why I lost track of that game, though, C-Cat, is what happened to me on my way in here for us to do this show. As you all know, here on Theoretically Speaking, ESPN West Palm had the bright idea over a year ago for us to move from a Phillips Point Tower over here to City Place. Mm-hmm. And I love it in City Place because we have these front-facing windows. We're able to interact with our fans as they walk by. We have a poll for people to check out and kick it with us. Also, great walking distance to a lot of good places to eat, C-Cat.
Certainly.
Like when we were over there at Phillips Point, no shade. No shade to that side of downtown West Palm Beach, but it was a little tough. A little tough to get grub unless you were going to Uber Eats it or DoorDash.
There's just one steakhouse.
Yeah.
It's hard to do a steakhouse every single day for lunch and possible after-work drinks.
Yeah, I would go more broke than I would if I was doing $10 on Hard Rock Bet for each of these March Madness games. So before the show, I had the bright idea, hey, I'm going to take a little walk, grab some grub. I actually got my cousins in town, Barron and Leo. Leo's a star high school basketball player out in Texas. So Leo already grabbed some grub earlier and Barron did. So I said, I'm going to give me some grub before the show, C-Cat. I'm walking to go there and do it. I pick up my grub. On the way back, something happened to me, C-Cat. As I am trying to stay up to date with what's going on with the games. We're about 10, 15 minutes from showtime here. So I'm locked in thinking about how we're going to take action on this show. How my scores are doing. Is Purdue actually going to get toppled by High Point? So I'm locked in on my phone, walking, locked in, walking, locked in. Out of nowhere, I hear what felt like familiar voices yell out, "Hey, Theo!" Like multiple voices, multiple female voices. "Yo, Theo!" So I'm not looking. My immediate reaction is what? What do you think I responded to that with, CK?
Wait, your immediate? I thought you said you weren't looking.
I wasn't looking. I'm looking down at my phone, and approaching me, coming my way directionally on the sidewalk, I hear multiple female voices yell out like, "Yo, Theo!" Like in a very familiar sense.
Hey, what's up?
I'm thinking like this must be like, this could be fam, this could be friends, coworkers, whatever. So I look up from my phone, and not only do I do a "Hey, what's up?" I kind of do like an extend out, almost like a greeting to go towards them for a hug.
Mm-hmm.
Thinking these are the homies.
Of course.
I do so. And as I am mid-extension for the hug saying what's up back, I then, through my Tom Ford shades, a little thick, a little dark, so I couldn't make it out at first, realized very quickly, not only do I not know these young women, I also, it is an ambiguous age as to what they may be. And here I am looking up, throwing my arms up and approaching them as if I know them, trying to go for a hug. And then I probably did the worst thing I could have did in that situation. I immediately redacted and pulled back in the middle, in their faces, redacted the hug that I had previously extended out for, only because I was like, "Yo, oh!" And I don't like roller coasters. Right now, the rodeo is in town in Houston, and a lot of my friends are out there hitting the carnival and whatnot. Whenever I would go to that as a kid, I'd like to kick it, like to grab some fried foods and stuff. Didn't really like any of the stuff that goes up and down. Because I don't like that feeling you get in your stomach where it just sinks. It's like a pit.
Mm-hmm.
Immediately had that pit, and it still has not left me. As they kept on like saying things towards me as I had then tried to walk past them swiftly as if I didn't know what just happened. And I blacked out. I was like, let me just get inside, eat my food, and get this show going. C-Cat, I don't know if embarrassing is the word. I don't know if unsettling is the word, but it was absolutely a super weird and public moment for all the other people on the sidewalk there. And I hope I didn't look like a creep or a jerk. I don't know what I looked like out there.
I think the answer to that is you looked like both.
It's like a creep and a jerk.
In the effort to look as little as a creep as possible, you end up looking like a jerk. But the people that saw you possibly look like a creep can't unsee that now.
I know.
So you got a mixture of creep and jerk. Sorry, pal. That's Theo Dorsey for the about 45 people that surrounded you here in City Place.
How do I bounce back from that, too? Because it happened near an intersection. So there was also cars passing by. So there's some cars passing by that thought like, oh, this guy, oh, what the hell was that?
Does there happen to be a bank around there, anywhere near there? Because I feel like there are surveillance cameras that may have caught that on tape.
Absolutely
and we're going to
not.
have to run the tape back on our YouTube stream and see how poorly it did look.
That was a terrible execution. It's my fault on my behalf for overextending it was such an exuberant and welcoming, hey, Theo, in a friendly and familiar sounding voice that I assumed it was the homies. And now I don't know if they were like high school basketball players. I don't know if these are like college athletes I might know from the area. Hell, I don't even know if they might just be fans of Theoretically Speaking that were saying what's up. But my assumption to extend for the hug was immediately met with regret, and I feel absolutely awkward heretofore. So I don't know if I feel worse about that than I do about my picks because I still have time to make up ground here as March Madness steamrolls along. Now, did you kind of get in on these games? Can you at least send me what you had on these games so we can keep our I Got Five on it?
Yeah, I'll send it your way because how you said you do multiple brackets?
I do.
What determines how many brackets that you do?
How many things I get invited to, and if I don't like to submit the same bracket to each group. Though we always do it here on the ESPN app, and I hope everybody did their brackets and submitted them, both the men's and women's brackets, on the ESPN Fantasy app. I like to try and just change a few things throughout. Now, it's stupid, right? Because now I'm not giving myself a chance to win both groups. I'm likely kind of narrowing it down to which one is more favorable. If I submit the same bracket everywhere and it works out, I win a bunch of groups. If I submit the same bracket everywhere and it sucks, I lose all the groups.
Yeah.
The other side of the problem of that is sometimes you don't know what the hell you're rooting for. It's like a more convoluted version of fantasy football because it's more condensed. And I'm that kind of fantasy football player. Like there's no way in hell you're going to see Jordan Addison on all of my fantasy teams. I'm just going to pick them here and there. I play like 4 or 5 different leagues. Same thing in March Madness. Is that a bad way to go about it? Like, do you ever do multiple brackets or do you just submit the same thing everywhere you go?
I used to do as many brackets as humanly possible because I was, for some reason, under the impression that one of these is going to hit. Like, if I just don't fill out my 67th bracket, what if that was where the diamonds were? What if that was the perfect bracket and I just didn't put the 3 minutes of work into it? I just deprived myself of worldwide fame because no one's ever gotten close, let alone had a perfect bracket. Like, if you have a perfect bracket after day one,
right,
you're on SportsCenter the next morning.
Honestly, that's the craziest part about it. If you could just get round 1 right, if you get the round of 64 right, you feel electric. That might be a higher achievement than a hole-in-one in golf. Just getting the first round all the way right in the men's basketball tournament.
Yes.
That's a higher achievement than a hole-in-one in golf.
However, because of how convenient and good the Tournament Challenge app is for ESPN, you have more access to getting those chances. Like, you can do this to when somebody says stop. You can only play about 4 or 5 par 3s on a given day of golf.
You're right. But then March Madness only comes but once a year.
That's true. You only have one.
Once a year. Like, you could golf every day, especially if you're like our guy Pierre Garçon, former Commanders receiver, John I. Leonard alum. You can golf every day. You can golf as much as you want. You can't just fill this thing out but once a year. And I did mine early morning this morning too.
And you can get better at golf to better your chance. If you hit the green more often, you're more likely to hit a hole-in-one. There's nothing you can do in bracketology, in bracket predicting that'll get you a better chance at winning because the guys that know the most do the worst. The guys that know the least do the best.
I got a bone to pick. with one of my closest family member, my own mother, who made her debut on Theoretically Speaking about a month ago or so when we had Jonathan Zaslow on, who, by the way, do we have Zaslow?
Yeah, we got him today.
Okay, so we'll get some Zaslow action, the voice of the 305 here on Theoretically Speaking. So we brought her in earlier, right, about a month ago to decide whether or not if she knew who Matthew Tkachuk was, and she absolutely didn't. Fell flat on her face on that one. Now, she left believing she did because she guessed the right sport, but she has no clue who Matthew Tkachuk is, Florida Panthers star, and also Team USA hockey star. My mom keeps calling me, like over the past 3 days or so, every time I get a call from my mom, not only is it about March Madness, it's also on speakerphone at her job. And you know what she asks me as she pops me up on speakerphone at her job, C-Cat?
What?
To give people their picks, to help people fill out their brackets. They're like asking me these intricate college basketball questions. And like earlier today, my mom calls me in middle of it. It seems like a meeting. She works at a very important hospital. Seems like they're having supposed to be having a meeting, and they're asking me who I think could make a deeper run in the tournament between like McNeese and freaking like who was the other team they threw out there? I said, look, a High Point, I believe as well. Yeah, High Point and McNeese. And I said, look, I can tell you one or the other, and I did give them a pick, but I don't want them like feeling like my word is bond. I'm not even Joe Lunardi.
Like Theo's like in the arena right now. He just saw the starting point guard for McNeese roll his ankle. He knows his stuff. Like, no, I've got an in on the NCAA tournament. My son actually works in sports. Yeah, sports talk, actually. He knows more than just these doctors and nurses.
She's absolutely killing my reputation at that hospital. She absolutely is. I don't even remember the last pick I gave them last time she called, but I gave him one. I gave it affirmatively. I gave it like I had all kind of details and info because it's not like she warned me. She just called me up on speakerphone. I didn't want to make her look bad. So, just an absolute, just abysmal start to my March Madness tenure here, but I'm sure I'm not alone. We're going to have Zaslow on the other side. I also want to ask this question for those of you out here that do fill the brackets out, that do like the motion that is March Madness. What is the biggest pick you made in your bracket that you already know you're going to regret? I have, again, like I said, in the bracket I submitted, I have the Texas Longhorns.
Hey, wait a second.
In the Sweet 16.
No, but like when they are in the first four, now
you
you have
both.
Xavier.
I know.
So you're a big Musketeers fan.
No, I'm not. Damn it. I don't
You
believe
didn't
Xavier.
like that final 12 minutes of the game?
Hell no, I didn't like it.
Set the world on fire. How about Xavier well represented in that game? That place got loud. Got loud fast. And the bench mob for Xavier, great celebration.
Well, that's why I'm mad at Louisville. Wasn't that supposed to happen against Creighton? Like, weren't y'all mad that everybody disrespected y'all? You made the ACC title game and everybody doubted you. You got the 8th seed. Your coach is barking in the media, and y'all come out and lay an egg against Creighton. Is the game over?
The game is not over yet, but it effectively is over for Louisville with about a minute to go in the game. It's Creighton 83, Louisville 73. If you do go to Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and watch Theoretically Speaking, we do have a scoreboard there now.
Scoreboard ticker right there for you. It covers up a little bit of C-Cat's face, but who loses in that, right?
It's okay.
Everybody wins.
The pipes are still audible.
All right, slow down with the pipes here on this Thursday as we're going to also bring in our guy, Jonathan Zaslow. Zaslow's show. He's going to pull up. Voice of Miami here. But before we do that, I do want to tell you, as he pulls up on the Baptist Health Hotline, you hit me up. Tap in on the show here on Theoretically Speaking. 888-760-3776. 888-760-3776. Which pick in your bracket are you already regretting making? Which pick are you already regretting? And again, I have, I guess, you say it's Xavier now. So you can have Xavier in the Sweet 16.
Yeah, but you didn't lose it.
I haven't lost it, but I already regret it because I don't believe in them.
That's like when you go to the window and you do go to place a sports bet and you pick the wrong over-under. Like you thought you picked the over. No, you accidentally submitted the under. So now you're just locked into that choice. It's the wrong choice because the first four went the way it did, but now you have something to root for. It's just not what you anticipated.
That happened to me in that one game. What's the game? The casino, put it on black, red. What is it?
Roulette?
Roulette. I'm not going to casinos left and right like
How'd
that.
How'd you pick the numbers and the colors are on the table?
It's not that I picked it accidentally. It was like, I forgot how it worked out.
I see. Like, so if you put your chips on the
down
table,
on it and it was over with.
Right. Yeah. Like maybe you'll accidentally put it on the intersection of a couple numbers when you meant to put it on just one number.
Yeah. I screwed up. However I screwed up, I forget exactly what happened, but I know I was locked in on my choice and it didn't win. So I feel the same way about Xavier. 888-760-3776. 888-760-3776. Pull up on me on this Thursday. It's a theoretically speaking watch party for March Madness. What pick do you already regret making? Hit us on the Baptist Health Hotline. Are you experiencing foot and ankle pain and need to see an expert in the field? Baptist Health Orthopedic Care is a team of foot and ankle orthopedic surgeons and specialists who are regarded as leaders in their specialty. Visit baptisthealth.net/ortho to learn more today. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care combines its resources of experienced physicians and leading-edge treatments and technology to provide advanced orthopedic, foot and ankle, joint replacement, spine, and sports medicine care. Visit baptisthealth.net/ortho for more information today. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care has offices conveniently located in Palm Beach County through the Florida Keys. Learn more by visiting baptisthealth.net/ortho. The Cooper City Rattlesnake, the voice of the 305. Jonathan Zaslow pulling up on the show on the other side. That's C-Cat. I'm Theo Dorsey. Stay locked in with us, baby. March Madness is underway. We're theoretically speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
Call for a rideshare. Hop on an airboat. Dust off those rolly snakes. It doesn't matter how you get to McDonald's, just as long as you hurry. Because now, for a limited time, 2 favorites are back. The Daily Double and Hot and Spicy McChicken for only $4.49. This deal won't last, especially on a classic like a Daily Double. 2 100% beef patties seasoned to perfection and melty American cheese. What are you waiting for? Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Single item at regular price.
There's a domino effect that takes place when the first person orders a hash brown with their breakfast sandwich. Suddenly, no one in the car can think of a single reason why not to get a little extra crunch. And you'll hear a chorus of, "I'll do the same," from the back seat.
Get deals on our breakfast classics, like the $5.49 breakfast combo meal exclusively in the McDonald's app. Offer valid through 3/31/25 at participating McDonald's. Valid once a day. Must opt into rewards.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Wake up with Unsportsmanlike. I should be in the Palm Beach County Sports Hall of Fame. I did 20 years of sports radio when there was no sports radio station in that market.
The guy that got you off of the radio station is who they actually put in the Hall of Fame. I don't know if you knew this.
Yeah, Steve, he's in the Hall. You're right about that.
He is?
Yes, he's right about that. The one who took me off the air.
He's in there.
The guy that got him off the airways in South Florida. Let's put that guy in the Hall of Fame.
That's unreal.
Unsportsmanlike with me, Evan Cohen, Chris Canty, and Michelle Smallman. Live weekdays 6 to 10 on ESPN 106.3.
It's Truck Month with the Ford crew.
Sam, do you know what these trucks have in common?
They're all Ford trucks.
And
they're built Ford tough.
also true, but specifically they're Ford F-Series trucks, the best-selling trucks in America for 48 years.
48 years? We should celebrate a month-long event.
Sam.
A truckload of value.
Sam.
Across the entire lineup of Ford trucks.
Sam.
That's called Truck Month already, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, I knew it.
Based on 1977 to 2024 CY Industry reported total sales.
Hey, ref, time out, man. All right, team, we're only down by 5. We can still win this. Grab some water and get back out there. Wait, no, not that water. That's full of contaminants and pharmaceuticals. You need Culligan water. With their free water test and reverse osmosis purification system, you'll have clean, refreshing water just like a slam dunk. Schedule your free consultation today at Culligan.com. Culligan, your partner for better water.
Hey, Culligan man!
Eats, drinks, scenic views, all at Twin Peaks. Not quite ready for the craziness of March basketball? No worries, Twin Peaks has you covered. With games airing all month long, you can catch every shot during the legendary Twin Peaks Happy Hour. Whatever your vibe, Twin Peaks has it all, including their signature 29-degree draft beers. And for those true bourbon connoisseurs, dive into the exclusive Twin Peaks collection of rare bourbons, whiskeys, and tequilas. Nobody does it like Twin Peaks. Come for the game, stay for the experience.
Breaking news on ESPN 106.3 is brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
This just in, we begin this hour with breaking news.
When news breaks, ESPN 106.3 has it covered.
We've had developments. ESPN 106.3 can now report.
When your vehicle breaks, St. Lucie Battery and Tire fixes it. Stay tuned to ESPN 106.3 for more breaking news. Brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
The Club at Lost Lake, a championship Fazio design golf course in Hope Sound. Golf and social memberships are now available with no waiting list and immediate access. The course and club will see over $10 million in capital improvements and is one of the best private club values in the area. Experience the beauty and challenge of this renowned course for yourself. Enjoy year-round access to exclusive amenities and events. Visit clublostlake.com to schedule a visit today. Don't miss out on this incredible course. And please, putt responsibly.
Hi, it's Evan Cohen from Unsportsmanlike. Friday night lights shine and the music is loud in the 305 as the Heat take on the Rockets. Will the home team get hot or stay cold? It's the Heat and Rockets. We go live to the Kaseya Center at 7:30 here on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
Somebody got to do it, man. And I'm hoping High Point can. They're down 10 right now to Purdue, 13 seed High Point. Trying to put that pressure on, trying to make me feel like I can finally be correct about a pick here in March Madness. It's Thursday. It is a national holiday. And I know nothing can ruin your day like an upset you picked or a team you had in the Final Four get knocked out early. Except for if your air conditioning goes out in South Florida. Bruh, when you see the thermostat going from 73 up to 77, up creeping to 81, 86, what's going on? You start checking the vents. You start seeing, is there a door open? Is there a window open? No, your air conditioning unit just failed on you. You're done. You're cooked. And if it's the summertime, let alone the spring, you're absolutely going to be miserable in your home. You don't want to get caught out like that. You don't want to be upset. The only way to prevent yourself from doing so, get locked in with a company like EDS Air Conditioning and Plumbing. EDSIsYes.com. EDSIsYes.com. That's the website. Now, remember, I got locked in with them a little over 2 years ago when I suffered that same fate. And this was summer month stuff. This was back when I was doing my TV thing. I couldn't get home. I had to call EDS, get an emergency technician to go down there and fix things while my fiance was at home suffering in the heat. But you know who came up clutch for me? It wasn't even like a half-court shot to them. It was like a layup. EDS. EDSIsYes.com. They hooked me up the right way. I became a Gold Plan member that night. That night, I decided I don't want to just have repairs. I want to get on the preventative side of things. I am a Gold Plan member. I get 2 checkups every year, preventative care and repairs. You get 15% off services as well as a Gold Plan member. But either way, if you have plumbing issues, is your air or water flowing perfectly in your home? If the answer to that is no, EDS is yes. They've been serving Palm Beach County and the greater area since 2006, keeping you cool. And also, they are experts in plumbing as well. Call today or visit EDSIsYes.com because when comfort matters, EDS is yes. When Miami sports matter, there's only one man to pull up and shed some light on it. And he is Jonathan Zaslow from Zaslow Show 2.0 and ESPN Radio. He's the voice of the 305 here. He's the Cooper City Rattlesnake, and he joins us on a Thursday. And Zaz, how the hell are we working today? It's supposed to be a national holiday.
I'm pulling up. It doesn't matter that the tournament is going on. I'm pulling up here on Theoretically Speaking. Look, so you got to multitask, all right?
What's that?
I know you got the screens there. I've been in that studio there in West Palm. Yeah. You got the screens, so you're watching the games. You're talking little sports. It's all right. You're doing just fine.
Okay, so this is my thing. So you've experienced a lot of this. Obviously, you do it a lot, especially when you're doing the national radio stuff. You're doing game night and whatnot. Like, this is what y'all do. It's like a watch party as you converse about sports.
Yeah, the hardest, though, is when, like I'm on ESPN Radio, and you got the Florida Panthers in the Eastern Conference Finals against the Rangers, and it's going on at the same time as I'm doing the show, and that's a disaster. Like, I mean, I'm watching the game, but I'm invested, and
right.
But I'm also I got to be a professional, or at least I got to fool them that I'm professional, But if your school's playing right now, then yeah, it's going to be super distracting. But otherwise, like last I checked, Theo, you didn't go to High Point.
I didn't.
All right?
Well, I didn't go to High Point, but I used to work in High Point. So does that count? I can show a little love.
Is that serious? I totally just threw High Point out there.
I know.
You used to work there?
I worked in my station was in High Point, Fox 8, out in the Piedmont Triad, North Carolina. And yeah, I know a lot about High Point. I used to kick it over here at High Point.
That's awesome.
And I picked them in my bracket.
Wow, showing some guts there right off the bat. Going with a 13 to beat a 4. How about that? I mean,
it's not working.
Well, they're in the game. They're within 8. I mean, I know there's only 4 minutes left, but they're hanging around. Hanging around. They're a 3-pointer away from, putting a scare into Purdue here the final few minutes.
They're a year away from being a year away. This is fine. Totally
First time ever in the tournament, and Theo's picking them as a 13 to upset. Now, did you have SIU Edwardsville? Tough start for them.
Absolutely not. From Houston, so of course I went with the Cougars. I have the Cougars winning it all, man.
Oh, really?
I'm going with this being the year. This is the year. Every year that I pick them, they're like more heavily favorites. They get picked more nationally. This year I saw nobody picking the Cougars, so I just roll with it. I'll be happy if the city was on top.
I feel like there's a game. They're a great defensive team, and there's going to be a game that comes around where they just can't score.
I know.
They're not a great offensive team.
This year's different.
Yeah.
This year's different. They're supposed to be better at scoring this year. The defense is the same. The offense has an uptick. I'm hopeful. I mean, it's March Madness.
They are the first number 1 seed that I have getting knocked out. Houston.
Well, I hope you're wrong.
Well, yeah, I mean, considering you just said you picked them to win, I think it's a given. You do hope I'm wrong, yes.
Zaz Lowe joining us here on a Thursday, man. As we always kick it, I do have to do a quick check-in on Miami sports, a heat index, if you will. What's your status?
Or a heat check? That too.
What's my status with the Heat? I mean, what do you mean what's my status? 9 straight losses. Last night coming at the buzzer, off the backboard. To me, this is the least enjoyable Heat season of all time. It really is. Because you may say, the longtime Heat fan remembers 2008. They won only 15 games. Okay, but you know what? At least there was a light at the end of the tunnel there, where you thought you were going to have the number 1 overall pick. They ended up getting number 2, and we know it didn't work out, but you're saying, okay, at least we're going to be rewarded for this. There's no reward coming here, all right? They're so far ahead of Toronto, who's number 11. The Heat can lose their final 13 games, something like that, however many games it is.
Well, they probably will.
and 15 games maybe it is, and they're still going to make the play-in. Now, I don't think they're going to make the playoffs, which means that they'll get a lottery pick. But let's not be stupid here. You have a 0.3% chance to get the number 1 overall pick. It's not going to happen if you're in the slot that the Heat are. So they're going to wind up being like 14 or 15, and it's a mid-first round pick, and it's not going to be a difference maker. I think that this is the sign of the team. I think this is the start of what could be some lean years for this team, that's very, very upsetting to me.
Last night reminded me, or it brought back a memory of, I think it was 2 years ago, the season opener against the Pistons, actually, when the Heat played them close. There were higher expectations on that Heat season, and Cade Cunningham missed the buzzer beater at the end, and the Heat won at home. And this one, Bam had a good game, and there, again, like, what is it, 15 double-digit leads the Heat have lost this year, where they've led by double digits and lost a game.
Yeah.
Either they're trying to catch the Raptors, which they're 5 games up in I'm not saying that they're tanking purposefully. What I'm saying is either they're really bad, extremely bad, especially offensively, or they're just doing a great job of catching the Raptors.
No, they're bad, and there's something rotten with this team right now. I don't know exactly what it is, but there's something rotten going on, because you would have figured that once Jimmy Butler was gone, maybe the team can focus a little bit. We could start to move past it. We could win some games here. Because the team that we're seeing right now, it's not like when they traded Jimmy Butler, Jimmy was out there every game giving you 21, 22 points per game. Jimmy was suspended for 9 games, and this was still a Heat team that was hovering at 500, a game over, a game under. They're just kind of hanging around. And now they can't win a single game, so it's not like, they traded Jimmy Butler. Of course, what do you expect? No, they were fine earlier in the season, all of it without Jimmy Butler, and when Jimmy was playing, he was hardly trying anyway. So, there's something rotten about this team right now. I don't know what it is.
I almost feel like if Jimmy was still on the team and still not playing, they would actually be, somehow, some way they'd be better. It's almost like that contention in the locker room and that environment maybe created a little bit of sharper play from the Heat, but you're right. He wasn't playing. You trade him off. Now the Warriors are soaring. They look like a Western Conference contender.
Oh, they look great. I mean, they lack a little bit of size, and that could be an issue come playoff time, but when the game slows down in the playoffs, Jimmy's the perfect kind of playoff performer, okay? In that half-court set, He uses the entire court. He'll use the mid-range. He plays that playoff style. He gets to the free throw line. He's as smart a player as there is in the league. You know, Golden State's going to be a dangerous team, but their size does worry me.
They do. And I will say, I admitted this to Evan Cohen, who's our fellow Heat culture member, a big fan of Miami. I admitted this to him. If there's one team outside of the Heat, because they're not going to win a title this year, that I want to see win, it's the Golden State Warriors.
Oh, no, I can't root
I know you can't. I don't get that. I don't have the vitriol for Jimmy Butler that other Heat fans do, and I guess I have to respect y'all's opinion. But I'm just so appreciative of what he did to revitalize what the Heat were.
I am too, but it's not about do I have vitriol toward Jimmy, because I don't have vitriol toward Jimmy.
Yeah.
I have much more positive feelings toward Jimmy Butler, far more positive than negative. I don't like rewarding the bad behavior. I don't think the player who's under contract and then forces his way out, and he does it while not trying and taking a blowtorch to the franchise, I don't like that guy being rewarded. So that's essentially why I can't root for the Warriors here to win the championship. And by the way, I mean, Draymond Green's insufferable. Do I need to see him win again? No, not really.
Yeah, I was about to say, if they could do it without Draymond, that would be even better. I would love to see just how hectic and weird the GOAT debates get if Curry gets a 5th ring on LeBron's watch. Because then, I mean, again, I don't want to get into this whole who's the greatest player of all time, NBA, Jordan, LeBron debate stuff. But it's just going to get real weird for the LeBron stands to say that a guy born in his same hospital played in his generation and won more titles than him, and you're trying to say he's better than Jordan. It's just going to be tough.
Theo, right now, 3 versus 6, first round, Lakers-Warriors. Sign me up. I'm into that,
Come on. That would be a good one.
And there's a part of it it's like, that means that one of them won't even have won a playoff series this year, which is a disaster. Like, if you tell Steph Curry you're training for Jimmy Butler, you're not going to even win a playoff series, disaster. You tell LeBron James you're training for Luka Doncic, you're not even going to win a playoff series, disaster. Like, one of them would be going home without winning a playoff series, but I like the guarantee of getting that matchup.
Yes.
Best case scenario is, can I get it in the second round or even the conference finals? Fine. But you may not get it at all. So I like the idea of getting it right away.
I'm excited for how these playoffs are going to shape up in the NBA. Not one and done like March Madness, so you don't get the same thrills, but you do get some high-level action from the best stars in the game. What's your, Jonathan Zaslow here joining us, Zaslow Show 2.0, ESPN Radio. You know the voice, you know the name. What's your March Madness bracket strategy? For me, when I join multiple groups, I pick a similar bracket, but then I just switch a few picks here and there just to give myself some room for comfort.
No, I do one bracket. I have integrity, all right? Bracket integrity. I fill it out one time. I do it rather quick. I think I did it on Monday this week, all right? It gives me 24 hours to perseverate over it, and then I pull out that bracket on the ESPN Radio Tournament Challenge app, all right? I'm one of the celebrity pickers. If you don't know, you go onto that app there, and it's got all the experts. It's got Jay Billis, and it's got Seth Greenberg, and it's got me.
Wow.
All right, it's right next to those guys.
The next to Dr. Pimple Popper, because I saw NCAA tournament was promoting her bracket. Are you guys?
Is that right?
Yes.
Oh, well, I mean, I'm not about that. Those videos are very, very gross.
I can't believe there's an audience for that.
There is. People love it, man.
There's an audience for everything.
Not me.
There's
a lot of sickos out there. You and me, we're part of the normals.
Thank you. Absolutely weird. They also had all kind of influencers and stuff. CCAT went through the celebrity influencers that have public brackets. He didn't bring you up though, Jonathan Zaslow. So
no, because that's valid. That's validity. I respect your opinion, Zaz. I don't respect Bad Luck Brian's opinion and who he picked for his brackets.
No. You can go and you could challenge me. All right. I'm on the ESPN 106.3 bracket challenge. I'm on the ESPN Radio, the network bracket challenge. So you can come at me, bro. Come at me.
Who you got winning?
Florida. Yeah. I become a huge front runner when my school is good at basketball, which more often than not they are.
Yeah.
But this is one of those years where they're really good. So I become a huge front runner. I make it seem like I've been watching every Gator game all season long.
Yeah.
I'm way into it. So I pick the Gators, and I'm excited to watch them starting tomorrow night.
To be honest with you, that's absolutely fair. And you got to catch up with the beat writers. You got to read a few of the articles through the season. You read the season end recap and everything. Makes a lot of sense. It's fair. And shout out Elijah Martin, FAU alum, who's now with the Gators. And we'll see. He has Final Four experience. He's one of their star players. We'll see if he can pull it out.
Now, I will say, when I was at school there, I used to go to all the games. I was hardcore. woke up early, you get in line at the O'Connell Center, you sit in the student section, rowdy reptiles. I used to go to every game, all right? So I'm not a total phony, just a little bit of a phony.
Heard y'all's head basketball coach, a bit of a rowdy reptile himself on the Instagrams, on the socials.
Well, I mean, that whole situation got dropped, all right?
Oh, I'm sorry.
We moved past that.
All right. I'm just saying.
Really weird.
Yeah.
It went away pretty quick.
Yeah,
Not sure what happened there.
It did disappear, and then they just started winning basketball
games. Seemed like
games.
a really bad situation, and then it went away. So I don't know.
I remember when that dropped, when that headline dropped, and I read through the story and saw all the receipts, I was
Sounded
like,
really bad.
I said, is Florida going to lose its basketball coach before the season starts?
Seemed like it.
And instead, they might win the championship.
Now, I'm actually don't know what you're talking about. The nature of this?
Yeah.
Can you give me a semi-clue? Because it's all allegedly.
It was all
alleged. Accused?
He was just, long and short of it was, he was accused of, and he's a married man, he was accused of
improper conduct.
Pursuing women via Instagram, and they said slightly harassing ways, and just a lot of improper.
It was not good, but it just went away.
Yeah.
It's gone now.
Yeah.
Not sure what happened.
So maybe winning cures all. Winning in time heals all. Zaslow, I know you got a lot of Miami sports content for folks these days, and maybe you're going to lean heavy on the Gators now that you can ride that bandwagon and keep people going. But where can they find your newfound Gators basketball fandom here on Zaslow Show 2.0?
Look, bottom line is, I love the Hurricanes as well, because that's what's best for business. I do a Miami pod. Look, I grew up down here, too.
I didn't realize you were a Gators guy. I was not going to call you out on this.
Yeah, I went to school at University of Florida, but I grew up here, a huge Miami Hurricanes fan my entire life.
So how does that, before you get into where we can find Zaslow Show 2.0, I just need to understand the structure of this, because I know people in Texas who grew up like Longhorns fans, went to A&M, and then became an Aggie fan. Like, what happens there for you?
Well, for one, the Hurricanes, especially football, have always been treated essentially like a professional team down here. We're a different kind of market. And for the first 18 years of my life, I'm a huge Hurricane fan. First ever game I went to is the Orange Bowl, Hurricanes games. It's like I can't all of a sudden just drop that fandom after 18 years. Now I go to University of Florida, so obviously I support my school, but I want both to do well. There's no reason they both can't do well. Now, if I get faced with a scenario, they're facing off in the national championship.
Oh, man.
All right, then there may be something to talk about. But there's no reason.
Who would you go for? Whoever
so,
wins?
It's so hard.
Are you going to be that guy who, I'll go for the champion?
It's so hard. I will tell you, though, that like the beginning of this season when the Canes were at the Gators, and now it's just a regular season football game.
Yeah.
I went to the game, obviously, college football tailgate for ESPN Radio, so I was there doing the show, and I was totally good with the Canes winning because that's what's best for business. The Canes were a national championship contender. Nobody down here on listening to Zaslow Show 2.0 wants to hear me talk about the Gators. They want to hear me talk about the Canes, and they want the Canes to do well. So best for business, which means I get all the monies, is for the Hurricanes to do well. So that's kind of a long answer, but yeah.
It's a real one, but I think it's a genuine answer, and I also think this is one of the more interesting questions in sports, not just for fans, but that go to schools and have to change their fandom or allegiance up, but also I love hearing that perspective from players as well that grow up a fan of a certain team in college.
Look, Udonis Haslem is just like me. UD grew up down here, huge Hurricanes fan, went to school, obviously, University of Florida. He played athletics at the University of Florida, loves the Hurricanes.
Right. That's so you can't give that up. That's your childhood.
It's one of many things UD and I have in common.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also you got a Heat shirt on. He wears Heat shirts too.
Yeah.
Where can people find Zaslow Show 2.0 to find the other commonalities between you and UD?
Yeah, Monday through Friday, Zaslow Show 2.0, wherever you get your podcasts, where we cover all the Miami sports, everything going on in South Florida, a little bit of national as well. And if you download that, I'll love you a long time. Every episode is presented by Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys. You're involved in any kind of an accident, you're dealing with a personal injury. First, you call 911, make sure that you're healthy, you're okay, and then you call Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys, 800-747-FREE, 800-747-3733. They have a particular set of skills they put to work for you. They get you the compensation you deserve.
Zaz, good luck with your one bracket. I got 5 of them, and I know I got a better chance than you.
Bracket integrity, Theo.
Who needs integrity when you got a bunch of shots to put up?
Integrity.
That's Zaslow. Appreciate you pulling up on us. We'll catch you next week. This is a great Thursday here. Always good. We can catch up with my guy, Zaslow. Quick update from March Madness. Purdue is going to pull this thing out right now. They're up 11 with 30 seconds to go. We got Wisconsin, the Badgers, up 11 or 12 right now in the second half over Montana. And the Houston Cougars. Halftime, 52-24.
I really hope the Grizzlies of Montana can make this close in this potential 14-3 seed upset, because I've got this alarm, and I want to use it. Upset alert, it's just a fun thing to do audibly.
You're right.
But the only way to use it now is like letdown alert.
Right.
High Point ended up not sticking with Purdue late.
See, you know what High Point needed? See, back when I was a reporter out there in the Piedmont Triad, I feel like my energy transferred to them sometimes, and they had just better success in general with just me being around.
Like you weren't doing anything, you just existed?
Just existing there. Just existing, I do think, can help. I mean, think about it. When I moved to South Florida, who goes to the Final Four a couple years later?
FAU.
Come on. I'm not making this stuff up. You know, another school that I actually live close to that just rails in championships like it's National Donut Day and you're pulling up to that big green shop.
They don't just win championships. They win Coach of the Year awards, too?
Yeah, it's the Kaiser University flagship campus, the Kaiser Seahawks. They have 24 national titles in the history of their programs, including a couple they just picked up in men's and women's swimming and diving. Shout out Coach Adam Epstein, who won the Coach of the Year at the Palm Beach County Sports Hall of Fame. Congratulations to him, his second one. They also have a Coach of the Year in men's basketball. My guy, Marcus Chief Bryant. Him and the Seahawks still churning along in the NAIA tournament. They are good. This is like the best year from Seahawks basketball that I've seen since I moved down here. And Coach Chief, he has them rolling. We'll see if they can make their way on to a national title. They were ranked 19th in the nation last time I checked. Speak of March Madness, it's happening right here in our own backyard. KU has also captured more than 60 regular season and conference tournament titles, plus a Learfield Cup trophy. They're well on their way to another one this year. That goes to the program that has the most sports winning at the highest level. Also some academics baked in there. And again, big shout to Chief, the Riley Massimino Sun Conference Coach of the Year. Kaiser University, KUSeahawks.com. That's where you can go to get the latest on the Seahawks. Football is in spring practices right now. I believe they just put pads on today. It's active right there off I-95 and the Turnpike. KUSeahawks.com. Tap in with the Seahawks, baby. On the other side, more March Madness updates as we continue the Theoretically Speaking Watch Party. CCAT, we're going to put our picks out there publicly again. I got a couple more to make before these other games tip off here, but I'm starting to feel more optimistic. My guy Zaz gave me some good energy, so we'll do that. We'll bake up a get-around. We'll have some fun. That's CCAT. I'm Theo Dorsey. We're Theoretically Speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
It is Free Cone Day at DQ Grill and Chill, the best unofficial holiday of the year. Get a free small vanilla cone featuring DQ's world-famous soft serve. Limit one cone per person. It's going on all day at DQ. And if you want another treat, try the Blizzard of the Month, Mint Oreo. It's packed with creamy mint and crunchy Oreo pieces. We're talking free cones for everyone today at DQ Grill and Chill, with 2 locations, 4828 Lake Worth Road and US 1 just south of North Lake.
It's spring break, and Palm Beach Zoo is roaring with excitement. Come explore Tiger Forest, the reimagined tiger habitat, and meet our newest Malayan tiger, Olan. Now with 3 connected spaces, our tigers roam freely in Tiger Forest, just like in the wild, walking right above you on stunning overhead trails. It's an unforgettable experience where you'll connect with these majestic animals and learn how to help protect them in the wild. New tiger, new home, new adventure. Plan your visit today at palmbeachzoo.org.
What would you do with an extra $700? You can earn up to $700 per year with Boost Checking from Flagler Credit Union. Boost Checking pays 7.0 annual percentage yield on balances up to $10,000. That's up to $700 extra to do what you love. Boost Checking from Flagler Credit Union. Requirements apply to earn the highest dividend rates. Limit 1 checking account per membership. Dividend rates and annual percentage yield subject to change. Business accounts do not qualify. Insured by NCUA, proud partner of Florida Atlantic University Athletics.
It's college basketball tournament time at Hurricane Grill and Wings. Join us for slam dunk specials like Miller Lite drafts for just $3.75, 30 bold wing flavors, ice cold drinks, and big screens everywhere. HurricaneWings.com.
Hi, this is Scott Smith of Smith Ball, Baez, and Prather, Florida Injury Lawyers. I have said it many times before, and I will continue to say it for many years to come. There is never a good time for a car accident to occur, and most certainly never ever a good time to suffer injuries in any type of an accident. The accident and its overall aftermath will usually cause pain, difficulty, and stress. Florida law allows accident victims to recover compensation for such losses, injuries, and damages. But such recovery is often not obtained easily and can require a lengthy fight with an insurance company. If you've been injured in an accident, call us now. Don't delay. The initial consultation is completely free of charge. The sooner you call us, the sooner we can put our experienced legal team to work for you. Don't hesitate or pause for another minute. Our experience, knowledge, and resources could be working for you just minutes after the call. If you've been injured, the lawyers at Smith, Ball, Baez, and Prather will help. Call us at 500-HELP, 500-HELP. With Smith, Ball, Baez, and Prather, help is just a phone call away. Offices Palm Beach Gardens, Boca Raton, and Port St. Lucie.
Spring training is back with our New York Mets. Catch the Mets at Clover Park in Port St. Lucie as they gear up for another postseason run. This time with Juan Soto. Soto and the squad are certainly ready to make some noise this season. Tickets are on sale now. Grab yours before they're gone. The Mets are hosting the Rays, Red Sox, Yankees, and more. It's a lineup you don't want to miss. Head to Mets.com to lock in your seats today because remember, baseball hits different here.
Anajar and Levine.
Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
ESPN 1063.
WUUB Jupiter, a Good Karma Brands radio station. Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
Is that an upset I smell, C-Cat?
No, I just wanted to hit the button.
You gotta... What is this? Zaslow talks about bracket integrity. How about you have some integrity?
See, but I immediately was upfront and honest. This is not a War of the Worlds radio situation. You know about that one?
Is that when they were like
J Sewell?
When they played the sounder and people thought that it was a nuclear strike or something?
Yeah, it was essentially today's version of an audio book on the radio. And people that tuned into the radio heard about an alien invasion. They thought it was the news.
Yes, yep. I can't believe they didn't think that through.
Well, I don't know. The radio is pretty legit when that's your only connection to the outside world.
I know. No, I'm not talking about the people at home. I'm saying I can't believe the programmers, the station itself didn't think that through ahead of time and say like, hey, we should do resets like maybe every 5 minutes through this audio book.
Yeah. That'd be a good idea.
Yeah. I mean, hey, if they want to, what year was that? Like in the 60s? So
sure.
If they want to retroactively hire me for some consulting, I'm around. Got a lot of hindsight too. Spring training has arrived and it's actually almost gone. You only got till Saturday to catch the action at America's busiest ballpark. In fact, I got fam in town and we're going to go check out the Cardinals this weekend. So make sure you lock in and get your tickets as well. RogerDeanChevroletStadium.com right there in Jupiter. Bring your groups, celebrate birthdays or anniversaries, experience our VIP batting practice, and get up close on the field to the pros. It's a great time. Spring training is not just about the baseball. It's about the fan experience, about getting a Dean Dog, grabbing some drinks, some brews, toasting up, taking pics, and maybe getting an autograph or two from a player. Roger Dean Chevrolet Stadium's got your spring training action through Saturday. RogerDeanChevroletStadium.com or pull up to the ticket office. See you at the ballpark, baby. Also, if we were going to go to the ballpark right now, C-Cat, I would have to take some kind of vehicle.
A magic school bus that is not the same one that Miss Frizzle drives.
Yeah, something to maybe get around in. It's like you're reading my mind. I just want to get around. This is the Get Around. The Get Around where we hit the major sports topics all across the nation, all across the world, from city to city. Speaking of, where are we going first?
Next stop.
We're stopping in Beantown.
Oh, Beantown, baby.
Boston, Massachusetts.
Yeah,
they're the home to the decided favorite in the NBA to hoist the NBA championship at the end of this season. But did you hear about this? The Celtics have been sold at a record-setting valuation, $6.1 billion with a B, to the ownership group led by William Chisholm.
Oh, man. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. Safe to say they sold high on the Celtics. They bought them for like $330 million in 2002. So that's a little bit of ROI for those out there that don't return on investment. Yeah, they're scoring some big banks there. Here's what I'll say. Whenever there's major ownership change in the NBA or in any sport, you see silly moves made by the new owners. And I'm curious what the silly move is going to be here and how much of a thrill am I going to have watching it happen. Because I heard the same narrative out of this sale from the Grusbeck family that I heard from Mark Cuban a couple years ago, or actually last year when he finalized the sale of the Mavericks. He said, I'll still maintain control over basketball decisions. I still got this. Year later, Luka's gone. Here's the issue. Who do you trade? Is it Tatum? Is it Brown? Who do you get rid of? Who's their best player? I mean, the finals MVP is Brown. Tatum is the one that's supposed to be the star. I think that's the only issue. Maybe there won't be a big disruptive force from this new ownership group, whether or not they are going to control the basketball interest or not, because, well, they don't even know which way to go with it. The Celtics are so deep. I still hope this screws with them. So hope they don't repeat.
I told you this was a record-setting valuation, not a record in the NBA. A record in North American sports. Yeah, surpassing $6.05 billion to the group led by Josh Harris for the Washington Commanders.
That makes a lot of sense.
An NBA team worth more than an NFL team at the highest, I thought that was inconceivable.
To be honest with you, it makes sense. It's the team in the NBA that is 18 championships. It's historic. It's one of the maybe 2 or 3 biggest brands in the NBA, so I get that. Also, they just came off a championship, and I believe they did kind of sell high. There's probably other NBA franchises like the Knicks, the Lakers, sell for much more. The Commanders as well. Like if the Cowboys sold, it'll be like $12 billion.
So with the situation, it's just the team that just so happened to got sold most recently with how sports have exploded from the moment that you purchased a sports team in the 80s, 90s, early 2000s to now, where if everyone was up for sale, you'd see the NFL top the charts.
Smart move by the NBA as well, though, because now that not only are you saying we have a franchise that's valued more than an NFL franchise that was recently sold, you also, as you're looking to do this expansion, to go to Vegas, to get 2 more teams in your league, price of the brick just went up, baby.
That's true. We have concrete, needle-moving proof.
Yeah. So they report this number at $6.1 billion, and I'm sure that's what the valuation is based off of what the stake that was sold is. But this was a strategic move, not just by the Grusbeck family, but also by the National Basketball Association. Everybody wins, and I hope we as Heat fans win by the new ownership screwing things up. Where are we going next?
Next stop.
It is tournament time. We are going to Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Why? That's the region that Kentucky's playing in. Did you hear about this? Kentucky head coach Mark Pope, his first season with the Wildcats, he's paying for the gas money of Big Blue Nation fans who make the trip to their tournament games. Yeah, there's actual emails that have been screenshot, posted, and admitted to where Mark Pope's assistant is asking for proof of tickets so that Pope can Venmo cash to those fans. And in the email, it says, make sure that they have no recruitable people that are going, so it's not under the table like that. No, he's trying to do it as legit as possible.
I absolutely love this move by Pope. It's his first year with the Wildcats, so it's a good way to ingratiate yourself to a very ravenous fan base. If you have stepped foot in Lexington, Kentucky, and whether or not you do the Bourbon Trail and enjoy and bask in the great whiskeys they have there, one thing you will know is they are mad in Big Blue Nation about the Kentucky Wildcats. If he can make a little small run here, if he can keep this thing going in the absence of Calipari, he can become a legend, a god out there in Kentucky. Smart move by him.
He gets paid $5 million for this first season with Kentucky. How many people are going to take him up on that offer?
I wonder, even if just 30 people do it, that's not hurting him at all.
30 people take him up on it. You give those people $200.
Yeah.
And that's like $1,500 for good PR?
Bruh. Not only the good PR, but those are fans for life. Imagine a basketball coach, cash apps you gas money to go check them out. You're not ever going to turn on that dude.
The gesture is unparalleled.
He could do what the Florida coach did at the beginning of this season, and he wouldn't have to win out and be the number 1 seed in the tournament for you to forgive him for it. By the way, still look up the allegations. It's pretty weird. What's next?
Next stop.
Staying in tournament talk, we go to a different region, Providence, Rhode Island, because, well, the guy who Mark Pope replaced, John Calipari at Arkansas, he's making enemies in the media. Yeah, here's Coach Cal's reaction to a journalist who appeared to have gotten a haircut.
Did you get a haircut?
I did, yes.
Oh, my gosh.
Does it look good?
No, but go ahead.
Well.
No, the haircut does not look good, but go ahead.
He's in tournament form, baby. That's rare form. Quick jab, not afraid to upset the media. Sure, they have a good relationship, but Calipari having a sharp tongue right here, I absolutely love this. And with John L. Davis, former FAU guard, being on that Razorback team, being one of their leaders as well, I hope they do well in the tournament. Shout out my guy, Coach Cal. Also, I still, if I ever get a chance to interview J. Cole, which I likely will at some point, one of my favorite rappers of all time, I got to ask him why back in the day he had a song where he mentioned John Calipari. And he said, you caught your man out in Memphis cheating like Calipari, right? That was the bar, and he had some other things with it. It was a really good bar. It kept going. A few years later, I go back to that song, and everywhere I listen to it, the Calipari part is bleeped out. Like it took away Calipari's name out of that. So I wonder, was that Calipari's camp that hit up J. Cole to force him to take that off of his song? Was it like some kind of court thing? Because remember, he did get caught cheating in Memphis with the Tigers. Oh, damn, are we going to lose this radio show now because I did that?
Yeah, you can't bring it up. That's the unspoken. I'm giving you like the throat slash. Like,
yeah,
cut it. No.
Don't mention John.
So, have you ever been criticized for a haircut you've got? Like,
you've criticized me on this show for a haircut I got one time. You said something about my mustache. You said I got it cut too thin.
That's not true.
You did that on the air. One of our, in the first 3 months of Theoretically Speaking, you, C-Cat, looked at me. Theo said, hey, hate your mustache.
You remember that?
I do remember it. I don't forget anything that has to do with my hair. That's one of the most cherished things for a black man. My hairline, I'm proud of. Remember when that guy commented on my YouTube channel video?
That's true.
Yeah, when we did that remote and said my hairline was receding.
Yikes!
I ran home. Started looking up fixes.
So when you go to the barber now, like, just don't do the mustache thin.
I get a little thicker, like a half centimeter thicker. Because of this guy, because C-Cat. Now I gotta be self-conscious about my damn mustache. I want people clowning me for my facial hair choices. I barely got any to start with. On the other side, the happy hour. Do we have Tina? We'll find out. We'll see if we have Tina. Theoretically Speaking, that's C-Cat. I'm Theo Dorsey on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
West Palm Beach is the place to be for spring training, and Cacti Park at the Palm Beaches has all the action around the Nationals and the Astros. Enjoy the biggest stars in Major League Baseball, grab a cold drink, and indulge in amazing ballpark eats. Cacti Park has plenty of fun promotions for you and the family, from their family 4-pack, fireworks shows, to the Bark at the Park night. Experience big league action up close and personal while creating lifelong memories. Tickets are on sale now over at cactipark.com. Don't wait, secure your spot today and let's play ball.
This is ESPN 106.3's Mike Rizzo. Recently, I had the pleasure of speaking with Dr. Michael Stark, a spine surgeon in the Palm Beach Health Network Physician Group. When it comes to spine injuries, Dr. Stark says there can be a misconception.
It's broad. Everyone thinks back would just be pain, but that's not always the case. In the spine is all your nerves, your spinal cord and your nerves that come out into the lumbar spine. Problems that you can see with those aren't just pain necessarily. Those are the more obvious, but you can see numbness. Patients can come in without pain, but they may have weakness in their leg or in their arm. And that may be from a pinched nerve that's higher up in the spine somewhere. So those are usually more alarm type symptoms where I would say you need to get evaluated. But it could also be something simple like a muscle strain or pull where it would end up with back pain or tightness that could result in symptoms prompting care.
That's Dr. Michael Stark with the Palm Beach Health Network Physician Group. For a physician referral, call 866-654-2362 or go online to pbhnphysiciangroup.com.
Welcome into the Kaiser Sports Update. I'm Kate Chumsland. The Seahawks men's basketball team is still alive in the battle for the Red Banner.
They defeated number 10 seeded Faulkner and number 2 seeded William Woods to advance to the round of 16. Junior guard Tyrion Payne exploded for 25 points and 6 steals off the bench in the win Saturday against William Woods. It's the first time Kaiser has made it to the round of 16 since 2016. The Seahawks will travel to Kansas City, Missouri for a bout with number 11 seeded Southern Oregon this Friday, March 21st at 4 p.m. Eastern. Out on the field, Kaiser continues to dominate. The flag football team is still undefeated at 7-0, averaging nearly 45 points per game and have allowed only 2 touchdowns all season. The number 20 ranked baseball team snapped their 17-game win streak with a loss to number 7 Weber International, but they managed to split the 4-game series to move to 19-2 on the year. For more Kaiser Athletics scores and updates, head to KUSeahawks.com.
Hey, Steph Prince here, General Manager of ESPN West Palm, to tell you about a team that has meant a lot to me and this community for a long time. Bob and the team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning have been helping me stay cool for years, whether at home or in the office. And living in South Florida with 3 kids, I don't know what I'd do without them. Family owned and operated, serving Royal Palm Beach and beyond since 1980. Let the knowledgeable and trained team at Bradley help you with your residential and commercial needs, installation, repair, seasonal maintenance, upgrades of all makes and styles and models of HVAC equipment, and so much more. Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning does things right the first time and makes the process smooth, stress-free, and most importantly, keeps you cool. Give them a call at 561-793-7497. That's 561-793-7497 or bradleyair.com. Any need, big or small, trust the amazing team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning.
Duffy Sports Grill isn't done celebrating St. Patrick's Day. Celebrate the taste of Ireland now through April 7th. Indulge in Duffy's favorites like thinly sliced certified Angus corned beef and the Reuben Burger on a half-pound certified Angus patty. And raise a glass with Irish favorites like the Jameson Green Tea Shot, Creamsicle Martini, and Jameson Black Barrel Old Fashioned. Taste of Ireland now through April 7th at your nearest Duffy's. Duffy's, our game is always on.
Hi, it's Evan Cohen from Unsportsmanlike. Friday night lights shine and the music is loud in the 305 as the Heat take on the Rockets. Will the home team get hot or stay cold? It's the Heat and Rockets. We go live to the Kaseya Center at 7:30 here on ESPN 106.3.
Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, proudly representing the residents of South Florida since 1985, and proud supporter of Inter Miami FC on ESPN West Palm. Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath has attorneys across South Florida ready to fight for your rights. They've recovered billions for their clients, and you won't pay anything unless you win your case. If you have been injured, call the attorneys at Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, 561-867-4117, or online at foryourrights.com. Main office in West Palm Beach.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
The man your man could smell it.
Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking.
But are you a different animal and the same beast?
Streaming live on YouTube.
You're gonna break up with me because of what I do on the radio?
Here's Theo Dorsey.
Good people. Man, I feel good. A little burst, a little pep in my step today, man. A little motion on this Thursday. It's not even a motion Monday, and I'm feeling the vibes, feeling the good energy, man. It's your boy, Theo Dorsey. We are back at it. March Madness still rolling on. It's a theoretically speaking watch party. Come and kick it with us all the way through 4, and then you'll have Russo and Rizzo to carry you on out. Aren't they on the road today or something like that?
No, they're here. This is the only day where both shows are in. Never mind. They're a Cacti, aren't they?
Yeah, you're totally wrong.
The hell was that, C-Cat?
Russo and Rizzo.
Yeah.
At Cacti Park, they are throwing out the first pitch.
Both of them?
Both of them.
I should probably know that.
Yes.
Are you going to be there?
No.
5:50 p.m.
So you didn't know you were not doing a show next?
Yeah.
You didn't even realize? Okay. 5:50 p.m. So that's going to be at Cacti Park at the Palm Beach?
Yes.
Okay. That is C-Cat on the other side of the glass on the ones and twos. The higher pitched voice you just heard, and if you're on the YouTube stream, again, on YouTube at ESPN West Palm or on Twitter at ESPN West Palm or wherever else you can find your video streams, that's Tina Costanza, Espresso Martina, back in the building for a happy hour. And you know what? We're going to give you a round of applause because we don't know when we're going to get you these days. You're so busy. You got so much motion.
I thought you guys forgot about me today because you started the show a little late at 3. I heard the get around start.
Yeah.
And I was like, I think I'm supposed to be on right now, but they usually come grab me.
Right.
And so it's okay though. I know I've been very inconsistent.
You're elusive. No, you're not inconsistent. This is not a criticism of Tina.
No, I know. I've just been a little busy.
You're busy.
Yeah, a little
You know what I'm
busy.
saying? When you're making things shake like that, sometimes it's hard to keep track of. Yeah. You know?
It's okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like me and C-Cat, you know where to find us. We're somewhere watching a little bit of this college basketball, and I'm somewhere, begging my wife to let me hold $5 because I keep on putting them on the wrong team. That's me.
I've got an announcement to make.
There's no upset,
Oh.
C-Cat.
Free ice cream cones at Dairy Queen today. Yeah.
Is
Yeah,
that
heard
what you sounded the upset alarm for?
Yeah.
Free ice cream?
Yeah, I was listening to the commercials between our segments, and I heard Dave Druta say it. He said, yes, at Dairy Queen today, free small ice cream cone.
So is like with purchase?
No, I don't think so.
Just walk up and I can get a free ice cream cone.
Uh-huh.
Is it limited to how many cones I can pick up?
Probably it's one per person.
All right, if I pull up and then come back like 30 minutes later, is there like a way for them to know it was
Like
me?
Dairy Queen has a drive-through.
Yeah.
So can I just go through multiple times?
Yeah.
I'm not going to stop you from trying.
Yeah.
Maybe, Theo, you go through once, and then you shave off your mustache. And then you go through again. Different guy.
Different guy for sure. No, you're joking. You shave the mustache off. I know it's not a lot, but it changes a lot.
Oh, yeah?
It makes you feel like a whole different person when you get the baby face rocking.
Do guys go through, like, they say, like, when girls go through a breakup, like, they dye their hair, they cut their hair. Like, do guys do that with anything?
It's funny. So,
No, they go to the gym.
yeah, they go to the gym. I mean,
Okay.
women
Well,
go to the
women-
gym
yeah,
as
but we do
well.
that
It's
too.
twice as hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, after a regular.
Revenge body.
Yeah, I'm like, all right, well, go ahead. Why couldn't we do this while we were together? Why couldn't we make this shake? This would have been good for everybody.
Motivation.
I will say, though, I think with guys, they probably, the uptick things I can think of is likely the social media posts become not like thirst traps, because girls will start posting like, the half naked, every time you see a picture of me, I'm turned around, poking my butt out pics. That's what girls start doing. I think for guys, they start posting things that they know other women might respond to, right? Like quotes. Maybe you're posting some like Ari Lennox songs instead of Future songs on your story to kind of elicit somebody to be like, oh, I love it. He likes a little neo soul. It's not just the hip hop and rap guy. Maybe, what would be that version for you, C-Cat, to show that, and again, you're good. You don't have to worry about this. You're in a committed relationship, but what's something you could post that they'll respond to?
I got nothing.
Happened right now.
I've got absolutely nothing for you.
I was trying to look out for your girlfriend right there. I was trying to get her, so she see you posting any of that, she know there's trouble to brew.
I will say I almost got in trouble because my most recent Instagram post, not story, but like a full post, as soon as I post, she goes, yeah, that's a single post.
Oh.
Didn't realize that was a thing.
What? Hold on.
It's not like I was saying I'm single and ready to mingle. No,
was it
it
your
was.
hold on. Was it your radio
Pump the
post?
brakes.
Yeah.
Pump the brakes. Pump the brakes. This is incredible. I like this. This is the kind of stuff we got to start bringing to the happy hour every single time. You're going to tell us what this post was so we can assess it and see whether or not we believe it's a single man post. But first, Tina, you already know I can't get into a little tea and a little mess.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? A little drama without a little cocktail on me. It's the happy hour. What's on the menu?
It's even better. The tea is always better with a cocktail.
Gotta have it.
So today is National Rescue Dog Day.
Really?
So our cocktail of the day.
Hold on, before you tell us the cocktail, does that mean you have to rescue a dog today? Or is it just
No,
a day
it's
where
like-
more people rescue dogs than others?
Government mandated, like you will be handed a dog on the way outside of work.
Woo! That is tough. Now, is that government program still running, or did they strip that? No? Oh, too soon?
Joke.
I think, too, probably when you do rescue a dog, like you own a dog that you rescued, it's like just a reason to celebrate. Like,
Oh, it's a
we
day.
rescued
Oh,
you.
so this is not a day to rescue dogs. It's a day to celebrate the people that have rescued dogs.
That's how I would take it.
But don't people say when you
I
rescue
bet
a dog,
you, though, like at rescues, like
Yeah.
this helps.
they're making big pushes today?
Yeah.
Why hasn't anybody hit me up today and say, hey, Theo,
They know
promote
you
our
don't.
They know I don't like
I
dogs.
think they know you don't
Yeah,
like.
not a big dog guy.
Yeah.
But when you rescue a dog, isn't it that the dog rescued you?
Yes.
So shouldn't this be like National Rescue the Dog Day?
I bet you there's one of those too. It's just
Okay.
not March 20th.
I'm sorry, what's the cocktail?
The cocktail of the day is the salty dog.
All right.
And
I've heard of this.
The salty dog, very simple.
Okay.
Gin or vodka, your choice. Grapefruit juice, freshly squeezed. Garnish with a salt rim and garnish with a grapefruit slice. Very simple.
I like grapefruit in cocktails. What's the popular one? Is that not a Paloma, right? Am I tripping?
You're thinking of Paloma, yes.
Grapefruit?
I think.
In a Paloma?
Yes,
Yeah,
there is.
I love a good Paloma, especially made with fresh grapefruit.
Palomas are good.
And what I will say is, when you are making a nice craft cocktail, maybe even at home, please use fresh fruits.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Every time I make a margarita at home, I swear just like the difference is like a freshly squeezed lime.
Oh, man.
You get the little squeezer thing, get them anywhere. I don't know what they're called.
Yes.
You cut the lime in half, you put it in there, squeeze it real hard.
Come on.
All that juice, that fresh lime juice, it makes such a difference.
Too easy. With all of that, it sounds like it might pump some calories into it. So who's bringing us the cocktail of the day? Who's the cocktail of the day partner for today?
At 45, of course.
Oh, we got to shed the calories. We got to do that.
You know what I did today that kicked my butt?
Yeah.
I haven't done really a cardio class in a while.
Uh-oh.
I do the hybrids, I do the strength days all the time, but I haven't done a cardio class in a little bit. It kicked my butt today.
Told you, C-Cat.
At 45.
He thought that was the class we should start with. I said strength. He's like, I'm not strong. I'm like, trust
No.
me. You want to be there.
Cardio, and I told us like, still just like taking it easy, like getting my way back into the gym from taking a few days off last week, being out of town. Kicked my butt, but I loved it. I broke a sweat. I knew that I went in there, and if I stick to it, I will see the results. I have seen the results. I've been doing F45 now for almost 2 years.
Wow.
Which is insane. And I'm still obsessed with it.
Yeah.
Since I started, a 45-minute workout, you're in, you're out. They have times in the morning, in the evening, in the afternoon. Anything that really works for you. F45 West Palm Beach, F45 Palm Beach Gardens. Find the closest location near you. Go to F45training.com.
Uh-oh, is there an upset of brew?
Yeah, Dairy Queen is still there. They're still offering a free ice cream cone. That goes all day today.
It's
Yes.
all day.
Uh-huh.
Oh, man. So, okay. Well,
But did you find out if we could get multiple, though?
That's what I need to know.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, someone's got to try and call in and let us know how it went for them. I'm very curious.
You're not going to believe me. You're not going to believe me. I have 6 shirts in my car, like button-down shirts just like this because I did the shoot at the Palm Beaches TV, PBTV Now, the show that I do for tourism in the county. Did my shoot this morning. We did 5 episodes for April, and I bring in multiple shirts because I don't want to have to come in every week, just once a month. So I have like 5 to 6 different button-down shirts. Now, do you think I could just keep spinning the drive-thru? How many laps around the drive-thru at Dairy Queen today would I be able to complete and get free small ice cream cones if I just keep changing shirts?
I think you could get, like, the third one, they're going to be like, this is funny.
Yeah.
Like, the second one, like, okay.
Second one,
third, fourth is going to be where they catch you, like, hey.
I'm like, yeah, stop.
Yeah.
I think the second one,
They'll laugh.
No, I don't think so. The first time around, they're not going to be thinking about it. They're just going to hand me the ice cream cone. Maybe the way to do it is I order actual like small meal, something like, to knock the scent off, and an ice cream cone, and then I take a lap. And then the second time I go, I change shirts, right? From like this blue shirt to maybe like a green shirt, something totally different.
Yeah.
Spin back around, and this time I'll get just the ice cream cone.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'll park, I'll devour both ice cream cones and the meal. Give it 15 minutes. Third lap, third shirt. This time, I'll order a small ice cream cone for free and a medium ice cream cone, again, to throw their scent off. The third one, does that one work on you? If you're working this drive-thru and you see me for the third time in a different shirt, again, you have to assume I might be a different person. There's always a chance.
Same
It's
vehicle.
the car,
I feel
though.
like
Yeah, it's the car.
the car is the problem.
We got 2 cars. Okay, so Ashley and my
you need
wife
to go
and
park
I.
in the Dairy Queen parking lot. I got to switch
How
vehicles.
many laps and shirt variations and vehicle changes would Ashley and I, my wife, have to do at Dairy Queen to stack up as many free ice cream cones as possible? I think we can get to like 5.
So I have a question. Why was the cocktail of the day the salty dog again?
Because today's National Rescue Dog Day.
Cody and Jupiter's got something to say about that. What's up, Cody?
gosh.
What's going on?
Cody!
I'm not trying to be mean, but it's actually May 20th. I've rescued a lot of dogs in my life. All I've ever owned were rescues, so I know it's May 20th, not March 20th.
Well, Google told me it's March 20th.
That's an upset right there.
Look.
Hold on, Cody. Keep Cody here.
Oh, my gosh. I totally read
okay.
May 20th.
Keep Cody here. Cody, Cody.
is totally right. I fully read.
You read the MA. You read the MA, and you love dogs, so that's cool.
Yes, there we go.
Cody, you would agree any day is a good day to celebrate dog rescuers like yourself.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. That's all I've ever had. It's been the greatest things of my life. So.
One last thing, though, Cody. Did you immediately know she was wrong? Like, do you know this date better than you know your own birthday or anniversary? Are you that committed to the cause?
I'm really bad at days, but I know that one.
Wow.
That's kind of incredible.
This
Cody,
is so bad.
That is hilarious.
In bold letters, it says like National Days on Tuesday, May 20th. And my mind's
It's
just
not even
everywhere.
Tuesday.
I know.
Cody, I appreciate your correction. That's great. Keep rescuing them dogs.
Yes.
That is wow. What a turn of events.
I know. This is the most eventful thing that happened this segment, and we can quickly move on from whatever else we're going to talk about.
I want to get to the Instagram post.
Oh,
I'm not letting you
I forgot. You know what? That was really good, CCat.
Yes.
I'm sorry. And this is for the fans here of Theoretically Speaking, too. I know they're inclined. They just have saw CCat on our Theoretically Speaking billboard right down I-95 on around Exit 64. They've seen your face. They know the guy. They probably followed you on Instagram and saw this post. But the person that saw it and got a little angered was your girlfriend. What was the post you made?
So, you know how on Instagram you can play music like under a post?
Yeah.
So to set the scene, I'll play the song, the instrumental of the music that I was playing under the post.
Yeah.
Song called Heaven. It's a good vibe song, especially here in South Florida, right?
Yeah. I
so
like this.
There's 3 pictures in this carousel of my Instagram, and mind you, I don't post on Instagram for anything.
Oh, never.
Pretty much nothing. It's all videos.
We had to force you to post your trip.
Yeah, you went to Italy and you didn't even want to post that.
That's true. That's true. That's the last post I have, and it came a month after I went to Italy in October. So this is a rare occurrence for me. Picture that I posted on Instagram, 3 of them. One of them is me and Theo live at Roger Dean Chevrolet Stadium. I crack a joke, you're just slapping your knee, laughing at it hard as heck. The next picture, just a good still shot at the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches. Big smile, nice big golf hat.
Shout out intern Kaylee. Look that one. That's a great shot.
Third picture, got my Live Golf Crushers hat on, just listening intently with a smirk on my face with the headset on. All 3 taking place at a remote broadcast. Caption, maybe that was problematic. Maybe that's what got me in trouble. What was the caption? Goes together like spring training and the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches.
Great caption, by the way.
Right?
Good caption.
Exactly. So
I'm so proud of CCat's post.
It's a great post. Yeah, this is actually
what a great post.
You know what's odd about this, and I get in trouble for this all the time? I liked this post and commented on it, but forgot it happened. Like, how the hell did that happen? My memory is too short. I'm like a NFL kicker. Maybe that's a good thing.
That could be it.
But why would your girlfriend have an issue with this? This looks like a very nice post. Like,
so
you're at work.
All of the pictures that I post before that are with my girlfriend.
Okay.
And like that seems to be the reason that I do go to Instagram and post a couple pics. But the kicker was the song that you're hearing right now. It's called Heaven. The band is called The Lost Lonely Boys. She thought that indicates that I'm a lonely boy. She thought this was a single post. And you know what happened? Here's the real kicker. While we're having this, I had the same inclination. I was like, it's a career post. It's a whatever. What are you talking about?
At CK Sports on Instagram, by the way.
I get a direct message 30 seconds after she brings up that this is a single post.
Oh, no.
A direct message from somebody who she has fought and contested of a female who was into me in high school and in college. Hey, what are you doing in West Palm? I'm actually down here right now. We should hang out. So, yeah. As much as I contested it, as much as, Theo, you had the first reaction, that's not a single post. That's not an anything post. Yeah, apparently this did indicate that I either possibly or probably am a single man just by posting 3 pictures, none of which had my girlfriend, and the song being Lost Lonely Boys' Heaven.
I'm actually at a loss for words.
Right?
Because talk about losing an argument in your home. Like, you're thinking you're good. You're like, what? This is work pics. This is me and my dog Theo. We on the remotes. We taking the show on the road. We at the Dean. We at the Cognizant Classic. This is love. Lonely Boys is just the name of the band. I'm not single out here. And then you get the buzz. Like, was your phone out? Like, were y'all looking at the picture when the buzz happened, or it just happened afterwards?
I think my girlfriend did not see the notification come through, but I immediately
You
told
had to
her.
tell her. Yeah, you had to.
Well, if I don't tell her, like, there's a
even worse.
Yes, even worse.
That's a problem. If
You're gonna be a lonely boy.
Yeah, it would be a lonely
Yeah.
boy. Oh.
And I started laughing very hard because that's a weird sixth sense that some girlfriends apparently have.
That's kind of crazy. So she saw that post and knew what another girl would think if they were seeing. Then you're right. They have the better vision than we do on those kind of things. Makes sense.
And there's a problem because this.
I would never think that far into a post.
Well, this girl.
But if you know CCAT as intimately as his girlfriend knows him,
Yeah.
she's probably like, why the hell are you even posting on Instagram in the first place? That was her first thing. Did you warn her you were making the Instagram post?
I think so, yes.
You
Because I
did
needed
alert
her phone to download the pictures. Like, yeah, she was aware of the posting.
Yeah. My wife
mean-
Ashley hates when I post without telling her.
I mean,
Hates.
I mean the girl who DM'd him. Like, I would never think like that far into it. I can see from like CCAT's Instagram, like, yes, like all of his posts, like everything after the last post that he posted of him and his girlfriend are all like ESPN West Palm related
Yeah.
things that he's just collabed with.
Yeah.
And so it's all radio. And this is like an initial post from him
Mm-hmm.
that could intrigue a female to
It's a working
interact or, think that CCAT's on the market. But he is not.
A man in uniform.
Last post that's not a work thing or not with my wonderful girlfriend is me swimming with sharks 2 years ago.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah, you're a crazy man.
It was a good time, but you're not going to not post about swimming with sharks.
Yeah,
I mean, come on now.
That's the only reason to do it. It's like if you ran a marathon.
Yeah, you
gotta
gotta
tell
post about
people. Like, oh, congratulations by the way, Tim.
Yeah, thanks.
So I didn't give you as much supporting evidence as to why this was a conversation on the couch. This specific woman, who she believed was into me, when we were in college, I met this person at my high school job. Worked at the same entertainment center. That's where I worked with the go-karts at. She was working on the concession stand, whatever. Friend group type friend. Like my buddy Vishnu, my buddy Ryan. We all met at this mini golf, go-karts, that type of place.
Yeah. Fun house.
Sophomore year of college, I get a random message from that woman. While I'm already 2 years into the relationship with my current girlfriend, we're now going on 8 years as a couple.
Big time.
This is 2 years into those 8 years. Random picture message from that woman who I met in high school and still kind of knew, never really kept too close of a tabs on. It's a picture of the rump, picture of the rear end. And immediately following that picture of her butt is oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to send that to you. So how do you think that my girlfriend took that? Do you think that was an honest mistake and she would permit that as that? Or this was a test in the water on, are you willing to be promiscuous outside of your relationship?
Yeah, she tried.
Yeah,
she tried.
Yeah.
She tried you.
So this is like strike number 3 on that woman.
Yeah, this woman here this woman here.
Have you blocked her?
I'm about to say this. Don't put him in that position. Don't do
No, I know.
Is that the expectation?
I was about to say,
I
you
don't
just cooked
No.
him. You just cooked the man right there.
No, that's not the expectation.
That is
But she just seems kind of like trouble.
she's trouble for sure.
So it's like kind of like just to not deal with it anymore. Like, why not? But
Her reputation precedes her too. Got a reputation in her hometown.
Oh no!
Yeah, we've
This
got
is
a segment.
problem.
We've got a segment called "The Get Around." She got around.
oh my gosh.
Oh my
I know.
goodness!
What is today? I
is
love
tough.
it.
This is crazy.
I never thought that this story would see the light of radio.
It just
but
did.
Yeah, it certainly did.
She's a go.
Mm-hmm.
And CCAT, she keeps on testing. She's hitting the test button on you. She's hitting the try me button like the little bears in the store. You need to see what she's pushing the button to see if you'll make a sound.
So this girl who DM'd me recently when she apparently saw the single post that we now have deemed, I guess it kind of was a single post.
It has to be.
She said,
It was a bat signal.
she asked like, hey, when are you, you're in West Palm? Oh, that's cool.
You responded? You had to respond, huh? That's
Right, yes. My girlfriend says, well, you can't act like I'm intimidated by this girl. It's just a simple, hey, are you around? That's very cool. So I ask, when are you in town until?
What?
She said the day. This is with permission of the girlfriend. I'm workshopping stuff with her to try to best navigate the situation. She says you can't admit that I'm intimidated by this woman, that she has any effect.
Right, that makes sense. Oh, this is trouble, man. Trouble's a brew.
Mm-hmm.
Trouble's a brew.
Thankfully, I took a knee on the football, ran out the clock, ghosted after one message after she answered what day that she's in town until, and she since has left town, and we're all good.
That's good.
I had
All right.
obligations every single day to where there was reasons not to meet up with a friend group and all of that. And I got out of the situation unscathed. The only damage done was my ego and thinking that post was not a single post. And now I'm going to get reminded of the situation many of times.
Seacat's never posting on Instagram again.
Yeah, this is why brothers don't be posting. Why don't y'all post pictures of yourself more? Well, you know what? Apparently, it was the bird signal, not the bat signal, but the bird signal, and she came a flocking. Good thing you kept her away. You kept her at bay.
My ego was bruised, but thankfully, not my foot or ankles were bruised or harmed in any which way.
Whoa, got to keep those joints intact, Seacat. Oh, Baptist Health Orthopedic Care, that's a good place to go if that were to be an issue. Is joint pain affecting your quality of life? At Baptist Health Orthopedic Care, our team is experienced in traditional joint replacement surgery as well as new, less invasive treatments with the goal of returning you to what you love as quickly as possible. Learn more by visiting baptisthealth.net/ortho today. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care combines its resources of experienced physicians and leading-edge treatments and technology to provide advanced orthopedic, foot and ankle, joint replacement, spine, and sports medicine care. Visit baptisthealth.net/ortho for more information today. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care has offices conveniently located in Palm Beach County through the Florida Keys. Learn more by visiting baptisthealth.net/ortho. Before we go to the other side here, Seacat, I have to tell you, as you were reaching the climax of that story, remember I told you that story earlier on, right before the show, when I was walking, I'm locked in on March Madness, thinking about what we're going to talk about today. I hear, "Hey, Theo." I look up from my phone, startled, because I'm like, oh, this must be fam. This must be friendly, familiar voices, female voices. Reach out to give a big hug to say what's up because it caught me off guard. Realized I did not know these girls. And then they kept on like kind of cheering and waving or whatever. And they also looked very young. And I got very nervous, so I withdrew. I got really scared, Tina.
Yeah.
Abort mission.
I aborted. So if you were just walking along the sidewalk and saw that action, you heard them yell, "Hey, Theo," you saw me reach out for a hug towards them and then immediately pull back. And then just keep walking, like beelined away.
Oh, my goodness.
Super awkward. My stomach was in my tail for like a good hour afterwards. So as you were reaching the climax of that story, those same girls were just walking by, and they were waving, and they had signs up. You saw that?
Yeah, they had their names, yeah.
They had their names. So I'm wondering, did they hear the first hour and hear me?
Because I feel like their name is not the important part of that story.
It wasn't. So this is what I think happened.
Okay.
I think they said, "Hey," because they must either know, theoretically speaking, they might be athletes or something and know me from the ESPN Top 63 stuff. They said, "Hey," and I didn't say their names back there, and they didn't take from it that I was a weird creep that extended and then rescinded the hug, which is what I felt like it felt like. Instead, they were just like, "Oh, this is who we are. These are our names." So they walked by with the signs and said hello, and I still was startled by it. That's what was happening here in this world as you were finishing that story.
So like they should have said, "I'm 27 years old." That would have been nice. That would have been nice on the picture because that was the concern.
That was part of a huge part of the concern was that it looked like I reached out to hug these random could be like minors, and it wasn't. Promise y'all it wasn't like that. But again, maybe they're just fans of the show. Super weird, but you saw it, Tina. That was pretty funny.
Yeah, I did. See it.
No, yeah, we'll take your word for it.
Everything.
We got it.
Everything's clear. Oh, the security cameras. If they did catch me in that, it just was so weird. Such an awkward moment. The Seacat, you have a bigger problems on your hand, or at least dealt with a bigger problem with that. I don't think I would have saw the light of day with that message. She would have probably made me leave a girl on red. And I hate being mean to people. She probably would have made me read it and then just like exit out. Mm-hmm. It's kind of screwed up. And that was your friend, right? Y'all were actually homies before she started
exactly
pursuing the
like just in that friend group, and just that butt picture that kind of ruined it, threw out of the drain.
That's such a crazy. Was it a bare butt picture or was it just a turned around?
Just a turned around.
Yeah.
But not a full body butt picture,
just butt. She's just showing you, just like, hey, it's what I've been working on.
On accident, apparently.
On accident. Woo!
Yeah.
At 45. Mm-hmm. All right, on the other side, man, we'll do some midday midterms. We also give more updates from March Madness as there are no upsets. Oh, actually, you know what? Auburn, Alabama State.
What's going on?
Upset alert. Auburn, Alabama State.
Uh-oh.
Alabama State, the HBCU that just picked up their first ever NCAA tournament win in the first four.
16 seed.
26 points. Auburn, 29. 3 points. You know the Auburn Tigers, they've lost 3 of their last 4. They've limped into the NCAA tournament, whereas Alabama State is coming off of a huge win.
We've got like college basketball expert Colin Russo coming on at 4 to 6.
Yeah.
I happen to remember him picking them to win the national title.
That would be absolutely great.
I don't want to misrepresent. Yeah. I'll ask him about it during the break, but I'm pretty sure that was the pick.
Not only am I rooting for Alabama State because as a HBCU grad myself, Hampton alum, shout out to my home by the sea. You'll always pull for the HBCUs. But also, yeah, that would be absolutely hilarious because he thinks he's like the preeminent voice of college basketball. He's so locked in. UConn fan.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be amazing if his pick to win the championship gets bounced by a 16 seed in the opening round. More updates on the other side. That's C-Cat. That's Tina. It's the happy hour. Don't get in trouble. Don't get in trouble like we have almost done today. Theoretically speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
Embark on a culinary road trip through South Florida at the 2025 Orange Bowl Food and Wine Celebration, presented by Florida Blue. An evening of foodie fun awaits on Friday, April 11th at the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, with unlimited food and drink tastings from over 40 of South Florida's top restaurants and chefs, and dance the night away with the live band and DJ. Tickets start at just $125, and proceeds benefit Orange Bowl Care's community initiatives. Get your tickets at orangebowl.org.
Hi, this is Scott Smith with Smith Ball Baez and Prather, Florida Injury Lawyers. We are a Florida civil trial law firm that specializes in the areas of personal injury and wrongful death. Our offices are located in Palm Beach Gardens, Boca Raton, and Port St. Lucie. Our lawyers have litigated thousands of matters at the Palm Beach, Martin, St. Lucie, and Indian River County courthouses. Our lawyers, paralegals, and other numerous members of our legal team live in Palm Beach County and Treasure Coast cities and towns such as West Palm Beach, Port St. Lucie, Lake Worth, Palm Beach Gardens, Palm City, Jupiter, and others just like you and your families. We are a statewide recognized law firm, but it is your community and your families that we live and associate with on a daily basis. Our most satisfying achievement is when we know that our legal power has helped a fellow member of our Palm Beach County and Treasure Coast community secure a fair and just huge result. If you've been injured, the lawyers at Smith Ball Baez and Prather will help. Call us at 500-HELP, 500-HELP. With Smith Ball Baez and Prather, help is just a local phone call away. Offices Palm Beach Gardens, Boca Raton, and Port St. Lucie.
It is Free Cone Day at DQ Grill and Chill, the best unofficial holiday of the year. Get a free small vanilla cone featuring DQ's world-famous soft serve. Limit 1 cone per person. It's going on all day at DQ. And if you want another treat, try the blizzard of the month, Mint Oreo. It's packed with creamy mint and crunchy Oreo pieces. We're talking free cones for everyone today at DQ Grill and Chill, with 2 locations, 4828 Lake Worth Road and US 1 just south of North Lake.
Banyan Printing. For 47 years, the trusted partner for all your printing, mailing, and signage needs. And 2025 just brought something big to Banyan. Introducing Banyan's new press. Bigger, faster, and more competitively priced than anything you'll find anywhere in the Palm Beaches. Think variable data postcards, bulk mailings, and high-quality print on stocks up to a 24-point board. Banyan Printing. Visit banyanonline.com and discover how your business's printing materials can get bigger and better.
At St. Lucie Battery and Tire, batteries came before tires. We've been selling and servicing all types of batteries for over 50 years. So when you need a battery for nearly anything, we have it, as well as the fast, professional installation you need. We carry premium batteries for all your needs: automotive, commercial, marine, RV, and specialty. We also offer delivery and on-site installation, serving our customers quality products for over 50 years in the home of honest, reliable service. Go to slbt.com and book your next appointment.
God knows. Reincarnated, I was stargazing. Life goes on, honey, and all my babies.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is Theoretically Speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
Guys didn't know ball right there, C-Cat. Guys walking by our City Play studios didn't even know ball.
Oh, no. Why?
I got the poll this week on our, window-facing poll is, do you know who Cooper Flagg is, with a picture of Cooper Flagg. Thumbs up if you do know him, thumbs down if you don't. 2 dudes just walk up, they look at it for like 10 seconds, look at me, and double thumbs down. I'm like, dude, you should be embarrassed.
Dang.
This dude's balling. Dude, I mean, he might play, right?
Did they have any women with them?
No women with them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Safe space.
It's cool, right? They were able to be honest with me. They were like, yo, we don't know ball.
Yeah, Cooper Flagg, of course I do. Went to Monteverde High School.
Yeah. Why'd you put the accent on Montverde? I thought it was just Montverde.
Probably is.
Monteverde.
Well, verde is green in
Verde
Spanish,
is green.
so
Verde
I just kind of assumed it was a Spanish word. Monteverde. That's an Italian.
Okay. No. I don't know what that means. Oh, they just asked me a question. Are we Brooke and Jubal? No. I don't know what that means. All right, so continuing on with this show before they distract me any longer. These guys don't know ball. Why would I have them interrupting the show here on Theoretically Speaking? C-Cat, Tina, no last call today, but we do
I have one.
Oh, you do?
I do have one.
All right.
Okay, before you do your last call. Upset season.
Oh, no, the madness has begun. The madness has begun.
Upset season. Number 12, McNeese.
Okay.
Number 5 seed, Clemson.
Yes.
10-6, McNeese. 11 minutes to go in the first half.
Okay.
Hey, I caught this one. Do we know who's coaching them? Do we know who's coaching them? Remember, we have a real like back and forth here going on with McNeese basketball here at the Cowboys, because we were listening to on Sportsmanlike, what was it, Wednesday morning?
Yes.
At Lost Lake, which was yesterday, which feels like an eternity ago. Playing 18, and as we're playing, we're listening to on Sportsmanlike, 6 to 10 a.m. right here on ESPN 106.3.
Company men.
And we're like, why the hell does Evan and Chris Canty and Michelle Smallman got the McNeese State head basketball coach on right now?
Yeah.
Like, what's going on? And then later that day, before they even tip off the tournament, he's going to NC State.
Will Wade.
Wow.
He took a job. He took an interview in the morning on ESPN Radio and took a job later that day, and before he even tipped off the tournament with the Cowboys. Is he coaching them?
Yes, he is coaching them through the tournament.
That's crazy.
It's insane because Will Wade's on the phone, the McNeese State head coach, as it stood, with Evan, Canty, and Michelle, talking about his team, knowing full well he's not going to be here next year.
You know what's funny, too? On that interview, I want to go back to it at some point. I want to ask Evan about this. I wish we would have had a chance to. On that interview, he was talking openly about how he encourages his players to seek out going from his mid-major school, McNeese, to high major teams or higher mid-major squads. He encourages them to transfer out, hit the portal. He wants them to come for a couple of years, bolster up their resume, and go to bigger schools. He was talking about this openly, and they were congratulating him for it. They were all like, I love this honesty and a genuine coach. You are encouraging your players to do what's best for them and not what's best for your program. All the while, this dude ain't even going to be there.
Wow.
He pulling a Magic Johnson. I ain't going to be there. That's kind of crazy. But congrats to Will Wade, and hopefully McNeese State does get the upset, because foolishly, I picked the Cowboys against Clemson because I keep on losing these narrative picks, and I said, you know what? I'm rolling with the team that should not win because they should have a little bit of, a little conflict going on there. So feel good about it. Feel good about it. That music means it's time for a last call, Tina. Brought to you by EDS, Air Conditioning and Plumbing.
Sure it is.
That's right, it is. What's the last call? Fill in the blank?
Fill in the blank.
All right.
4 words. It goes for the National Day on May 20th.
So that's the wrong day.
Yes, it's the wrong day.
Oh, no.
I found my cocktail of the day and my last call
It's awkward.
on a national day.
That's not today.
On May 20th.
I'm excited for 2 months from now.
Yeah,
It's also National Bee Day.
Bee Day?
Bee Day.
Like for bees?
Bee.
For honey?
Yes,
Honeybees.
bee.
Oh, it also is May 20th?
That's also May 20th.
What is wrong with you, Tina? How'd you get this?
I
wrong?
don't know.
Okay.
It was a Tuesday.
Okay.
You should get this very easily. 4 words. You got to fill in the blank. Float like a butterfly.
Sting like a bee.
Wow.
Yes.
That's my big dog, Muhammad Ali. Big shout out. Matter of fact, the Louisville Cardinals might have lost, but whenever you bring up Ali on the show, it's always a big win. It's always a big win. That's brought to you by EDS Air Conditioning and Plumbing. CCAT, you're slow. You're slow.
I just didn't get it. I'm sorry.
Flow like you didn't
I've got so many things going on right now.
I'm sorry.
Alabama State in a dogfight with Auburn.
Yeah, this guy's too busy to know.
Free ice cream cone day at Dairy Queen.
It is, yeah. Get your shirts ready. That's brought to you by EDS Air Conditioning and Plumbing. EDSisyes.com. EDSisyes.com. Make sure you are good. Make sure you're comfortable at home. Make sure you don't find yourself in a hole. Is your air or water flowing perfectly in your home? If the answer is no, EDS is yes. Is there a room in your home that's always too hot or freezing cold? Come on now. EDS Air Conditioning and Plumbing can hook that up for you. They are the AC experts. They are the plumbing experts. They have been doing it since 2006 in Palm Beach County, keeping you cool, keeping me cool. And you already know that they got the flexible financing options. Your budget won't stand in between the comfort that you deserve and your budget, right? I guess that makes the same sense. I'm talking in circles, but when I'm talking in circles, I'm telling you to go to EDSisyes.com. Call them today or check them out online, EDSisyes.com. When comfort matters, EDS is yes. On the other side, more updates, theoretically speaking, on ESPN 106.3. Good people. It's Theo Dorsey. Spring training at Roger Dean Chevrolet Stadium is in full swing, but time is running out. Don't miss the Miami Marlins and St. Louis Cardinals before the regular season starts. Tickets, groups, birthdays, and more are still available, but not for long. Don't wait. Stop by the ticket office or visit RogerDeanChevroletStadium.com today. See you at the ballpark.
What would you do with an extra $700? You can earn up to $700 per year with Boost Checking from Flagler Credit Union. Boost Checking pays 7.0 annual percentage yield on balances up to $10,000. That's up to $700 extra to do what you love. Boost Checking from Flagler Credit Union. Requirements apply to earn the highest dividend rates. Limit one checking account per membership. Dividend rates and annual percentage yield subject to change. Business accounts do not qualify. Insured by NCUA, proud partner of Florida Atlantic University Athletics.
It's an exciting UFC fight night this weekend as the former champ Leon Edwards takes on Sean Brady in a welterweight battle. Edwards is aiming to reclaim his title after losing to Bilal Muhammad last July, and he sees this bout as a pivotal step forward toward redemption. Brady is fresh off a unanimous decision victory over Gilbert Burns and is eager to solidify his status among the division's elites. With Edwards' striking abilities and Brady's grappling skills, I anticipate a thrilling clash that could really reshape the welterweight landscape. Twin Peaks is your ultimate UFC headquarters for all the big pay-per-view cards and every fight night in between. Enjoy ice-cold 29-degree beer and made-from-scratch favorites from the kitchen as you watch all of the fights on the big screen HD TVs. With Twin Peaks as your fight night headquarters, there's never a bad seat in the house, and you get to enjoy all of the fights without a cover. Twin Peaks is your go-to for eats, drinks, and scenic views.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
You know, I got a lot of nicknames these days, you know, like
Primetime Teddy.
Primetime Teddy. Tell It Straight Teddy. How's TGL Teddy?
I think it plays.
TGL Teddy on a Tuesday pulling up SoFi Center, checking out some golf. See, Caddis, talking about prime time, talking about TGL Teddy. It's that time.
It does not get more intense and more entertaining than this.
It's sharp. It's electric. 2 hours of hammer dropping, overtime forcing, playoffs on the line. Golf. We're at the final stage here for TGL in Palm Beach Gardens. It's going to be a best-of-3 final series, and it's going to happen right here in Palm Beach County as the PGA Tour once again takes over our lovely area. The New York Golf Club versus the Atlanta Drive on March 1st.
Nope.
I mean, match one, excuse me. I'm pulling a Tina right now. Match one is March 24th. If it was March 1st, well, it would have been over with. March 24th on Monday, 9 o'clock. That is the first match. The second match is going to be Tuesday the following night, March 25th at 7 p.m. So a 9 o'clock first tee on Monday and then 7 p.m. on Tuesday.
And if they're all tied up, immediately following that second match is the third and championship deciding match.
That's the finale right there. A little bit hurt because neither of the teams I picked to win it all even made it. I was a Jupiter Links guy. I was a LA Golf Club guy, and I got to witness the LA Golf Club's dreams and hopes be shattered by New York, and you were there. You were there that night.
Yeah, it certainly was.
That was sad. But you know what? If you want to check out the finals, this is history. This is historic for sure. It is the inaugural final of tomorrow's Golf League. Visit tglgolf.com. You can claim your green side ticket today, and tickets are on sale right now. So keep up, man. It's golf.
Xander Schauffele in action. Justin Thomas in action. Yeah, the names don't get bigger than that. 24 of the best players from the PGA Tour are in TGL, and the best of the best made it to the finals.
I just was hoping it would be like, Tiger Woods, the Lynx. I want the Lynx to win. I want the area team to win. We'll see what they could do next year. They had a good squad.
Well, no, they didn't.
Well, I'm saying they had
they did not play well this year, but maybe next year they will.
Fun squad.
There we go. That's the word.
Yeah. They were a draw, a big draw. Quick update on March Madness. Auburn up 10 at the half over Alabama State. Houston, they pretty much got that thing wrapped up. And McNeese State up 10. Go in love, go in peace, go in joy. Russo and Rizzo first pitch at Cacti Park. Tap in. It's at 5:50.
Mike Rizzo here with the Sports Business Minute presented by the FAU MBA in Sport Management program. March Madness is upon us, and the SEC is going to be dominating the field, at least we think, within the round of 64.